Your display of power. It concerns me. Deeply. I hope you've considered that its use must come at a cost, a very personal cost.
I wasn't about to let you die.
No life is worth risking total corruption. Valkorion may prove to be of some use, but he's no less dangerous than when he was alive. That's why we need all the help we can get, and Senya will be a great help. I hope you can see that.
You could have let me know we had backup on the way.
I wanted you to encounter her without my guidance, to see if you saw her as I did. We met shortly after I arrived in wild space. Senya was hunting KotFE. I was hoping to learn your fate. We exchanged what information we could. This was all before I really knew KotFE, of course. Years ago.
None of this is right. We have to set things back to the way they were.
I would take our empire over theirs any day. You may want to look in on KotFE. And you should get to know Senya. I'm not sure if you'll hit it off exactly, but I think you'll find her intriguing.
Why can't there be a maintenance manual? Hey, can you get the power? Right over there. Thanks. Wouldn't want to electrocute myself on top of everything else. She's really something, this ship. But no one's been taking care of her.
You've grown attached rather quickly.
No offense, but it's the Gravestone that will save the galaxy from Arcann. Not you, not me, definitely not Senya.
What did Senya do to earn this grudge?
She was ruthless. After we deserted, she hunted us for months. Everyone on my crew bled more than once on account of her. I put all my trust in Lana and she goes to Senya for help. She does not know what she's getting us into. Senya acts according to, I don't know what. Her own narrow concept of justice, maybe. Even if her objectives align with yours, it doesn't mean she'll do what you need to get done. Believe me, just don't forget who dropped everything to storm the spire and help Lana pull you out of Carbonite. Alright?
I'd be a frozen carcass if you hadn't.
I have a good feeling, you know. We'll get Arcann. I should get back to it. Need to be sure the Gravestone can get us all the way to Asylum. Hey, if Senya shines that narrow spotlight of hers on you, check your shadow.
I don't have any Arkham City music, so no. By the way, hi everyone.
Query. The meatbag bickering finally exhausted itself?
One thing that hasn't changed in 5 years, and I doubt it ever will. Meatbag bickering.
Agreement? You said it, Master. Report. I have taken the liberty of checking in on your band of refugees. Assessment. They have quickly taken to their new lodging arrangements. I have warned them not to stray from their chosen location. Analysis. There are many sealed passageways, and I am unable to detect what may be on the other side.
Worth looking into at some point.
Revelation. I discovered an especially strange area. Unlike anywhere else on the Gravestone, I had attempted to ascertain if any of its contents could be weaponized, but the new meatbag interrupted. Query. Any orders, Master?
As you were, HK.
Approval. I like your orders.
Yeah, I got an order for you. Rise. If I was riding Sonic the Hedgehog, how fast would he be? I'd say about 5 times as fast as a normal person. Maybe 10. Certainly very fast. Like, incredibly fast, actually. What's it like to be frozen in carbonite? I have no idea. Probably quite unpleasant. How do I deal with the Gravestone's design? It looks okay, I guess. I have no opinion on it, really. Mass Effect 3 or Vanilla Tor on Republic side, which is worse? Tor. I wonder how Force users operated before lightsabers were invented. Malachor, maybe you can field that one. Because I know that was an EU story. From back in the Jedi era.
I know. I couldn't help but take this place in either. Reminds me of a song I wrote.
I wouldn't have pegged you for a songwriter.
You know I get that a lot. Probably because most people meet me when I'm terse and angry.
You seem nothing at all like the person I met in the swamp.
Being a knight means everything, but I don't let it define me. When it's time to go to work, I'm who I need to be. The rest of the time, I'm just myself. You don't strike me as all that different.
And thank you, Tiny Hippo. I have jotted that down for nothing. If you want to put that towards something, though, please let me know. Either way, thank you for the sub.
I live by a code, but I don't follow it to the letter.
I've heard your code. Victory from passion. It's a powerful notion. Very much like how Arcann operates.
I know why I oppose him. What's your reason?
Years after the death of our immortal emperor, most are still so afflicted with remorse that they don't see what's happening. Arcann has become oppressive and cruel. He'll crush anyone who doesn't share his plan for the galaxy. So that's me. What about you?
Hold up. If that's what he was doing, what the hell was Valkorion doing? Also, Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon, you got it. Thank you again, Tiny Hippo.
Arcann wants to lay waste to everything I've fought for and accomplished. I won't let him.
Neither will I. I may not know much of the worlds you've inhabited, but I do know what he's doing to them. You're not what I expected. Not sure if that's good or bad yet. But I do know I'll have an easier time with you than KotFE.
I don't trust either of you.
That's fair. But I think you'll come to find one of us is more trustworthy than the other.
Yeah, KotFE.
Valkorion lives. He is not himself, nor has he taken a new body. It is difficult to see, and yet it is unmistakable.
His presence in the Force has always been deceptive.
Like on the Yavin moon.
Yes, and many times before and since. Even when my life depended on it, I did not see him properly until it was too late.
You just gotta live with coughing, because I can't mute myself in this goddamn game. Normally I mute that stuff. Blame the game.
Approaching Asylum.
Told you we'd make it.
We haven't docked yet.
I should probably figure out how to land this thing.
There's no way we're keeping the Gravestone low profile. If Arcann has agents here...
Asylum might be the only place in wild space free of his control. That Shadowport isn't on any chart. It's a haven for refugees fleeing Arkann's forces.
We'll be among friends. Mostly.
Tell your associates we've arrived.
They knew that days ago.
You want to explain how? Figures.
If we don't all start trusting each other, we're doomed.
Trust is a rare commodity these days.
Command. Are we there yet?
It looks like a combination of prequel-era mentality and Homeworld, of all things. Oh, that's exactly what I want to be, on a floating platform. I have no idea what kind of place this is like, so I haven't settled on a song for it yet. Oh, that's even better, over a gas giant. You get to fall for a while until you're crushed to death. Nice, KotFE? Do I need to drive? No, it's okay, it's okay. I've played Elite Dangerous. This is just normal for me. Fall over the edge.
Move it, gawkers. Let us through.
Can I help you?
Mighty fine ship you got there. We'll be coming aboard.
In how many pieces?
Seriously, I can kill all of you. I don't want to, but I can.
Ha! Captain!
Outlander, my crew. The best engine burners in wild space.
But... Okay, you know what? I don't even care.
Should have known they're with you. The resemblance is uncanny.
The roguish charm tip you off? Get up here, you mangy woolocks.
Yes, I do, Latario, though it's the dumb distinction, if I might be so bold.
Do I know you?
Name's Rollo. I served aboard Darth Marr's destroyer. We thought you died with him.
I may as well have.
Don't expect sympathy from me. A lot of good people died that day. You didn't give us enough time to make the escape pods.
Oh, because I rammed him.
I didn't have many options. It was a hard decision, but the right one.
We'll never know, will we?
Raylo! Get in here!
On my way!
I'm not the only one hiding things.
We share on a need-to-know basis. KotF's crew didn't need knowing.
They seem nice.
Not how I'd describe them, but they get the job done. I need to make contact with my network, alone. Try to stay out of trouble.
Where's Lana?
Excellent question.
My best engineer hasn't come back from a supply run to the free zone. It's a dodgy neighborhood if you catch my drift.
A black market. Rival syndicates disagree over who controls it.
They argue with blasters. I think she's in trouble, but we've got our hands full keeping the Gravestone's reactor stable.
Give me a holo of your crewmate and point me to this free zone. I'll handle the rest.
Addendum. I will join you, Master.
My engineer's name is Tora. HK has her image in its databanks.
She won't be hard to find. Tora has a big personality.
She's surlier than a hungry rancor. but she's the best engineer you'll ever meet. Thanks for the help.
And when you're done, find me these coordinates. I'll introduce you to my people.
Help me find KotF's engineer, and we can go together.
I'll join you, but not now.
Oh.
Stamina increase.
Well. Is it worth saying that so far of the various new companions they've introduced, there's only one that's really clicked with me? Anybody want to guess which one? I was thinking about it during the lunch break. I figured out why this feels so weird.
Please, my darling, we'll land on our feet. Just give it time.
Anybody want to take a guess which terrible analogy I'm going to use next? It's like spin the wheel of terrible analogies. Is he going to compare it to some kind of food item? Maybe something from Star Trek. Maybe he'll compare it to another piece of Star Wars. Or worse, he'll come up with some kind of weird exercise analogy that nobody gets. Yeah, nope, might compare it to WoW. That's a really common one. See, this expansion is like a push-up. You never know what you're gonna get.
+1 to kill counter.
Nope, yep, might have ult some sharks. I know, Crazy Norse, they're all so terrible. they're beyond counting, really. I don't think they've invented numbers that high yet. Well, yeah, obviously they can't do that, Damashi, because you're a smuggler. And a bounty hunter. And a Sith warrior and a Jedi Knight. You can't force walk, what are you talking about? I mean, I'm sounding snarky, but you know I'm right. That is exactly why that is.
Dead.
We talked about this earlier. This is why Shepard is always human and always in the military. No matter what, you're probably going to go along with certain types of story arcs because they've narrowed down what Shepard can be.
+1 to kill counter.
There's just too many options for what the main character, the Outlander, can be. It's okay, we're not fighting Sky Troopers, so I'm happy about that.
Looks like someone wants to join our little party. As your host, I gotta warn you, things are gonna get rough.
Alright, now that Evo's gone, I can answer her question.
I believe this meat bag means to kill you, Master.
Actually, I think I've answered all your questions except for the really lengthy ones. No, Latario, the exact opposite of that. On my first playthrough of Mass Effect 2 ever, everybody died. I don't know why these people are trying to kill me, and honestly, I don't care, which is why I'm just walking through them. I'm wondering if they're going to de-aggro at some point. I've got quite a swarm following me here. It's probably still faster to not fight them, though. You're probably thinking, but why, Lore? Well, see, if I die, what'll happen is I can res right here, having not fought all of them.
You're dead!
None of them did leash, though. Did you see that? Yeah, go away. Go away. Are they fighting each other? No, I'm in combat with something. What the hell am I in combat with? Who is fighting? HK should be alive. In fact, he's not even summoned right now yet. I am getting conquest points for them killing each other. What was my reaction, J. Palmer? I was not super happy. Okay, if that's deliberate, that's bullcrap. That's keeping me in combat so I can't res. You piece of garbage game. What is wrong with you? Why would you do this? What possible motivation would you have for this crap?
Stamina increased.
Can I help you?
Hostile eliminated.
This is my turn.
Blah, blah, blah. When a tiger walks into an outpost. So, what you're saying is... Ah! Now, whose turf is this?
Target has achieved deadness.
Ugh. Let's see. Okay, Palmer says, all joking aside, what are your thoughts on the Sky Troopers design? I mean, they're battle droids with jetpacks. I don't know what else to add to that. That being said, they lack any of the charm of any of the other battle droids. So, I suppose that's my thoughts on that. They're hydralisks. You know, I could have done that, HK. Oh, right, except I'm a smuggler. No, I'm not letting go of that.
You could have just knocked. My men spent hours on that barricade.
I'll remember that on my next visit.
Identification. That snort issued from the brilliant engineer we were sent to rescue, Master.
What's she to you?
She's the reason I'm here. This doesn't have to get messy. Let her go, and I'll be on my way.
You eliminated my old rival, Argo. That inclines me toward gratitude. But this girl tried to rob me. That's bad for business.
Charging 50,000 credits for 100 thermal detonators? That's robbery.
You also insulted my mother.
I said she's uglier than a bantha wearing lipstick. It's not an insult if it's true.
My mother died putting me on a refugee ship to Nar Shaddaa. I grew up an orphan.
Oh, boo-hoo didn't. Join the club.
You see why I have to kill her?
Yeah, honestly, can you just kill her for me, Tano?
I recognize that insignia on your armor. Republic Special Forces. Havoc Squad.
Haven't run with that outfit for a long time. I'd paint over the symbol, but it still comes in handy, even out here. And I know who you are, too. Everyone said you were dead, but I knew better. What do you say we show each other professional courtesy? I can get you all kinds of things, but I need to throw this thieving scum out an airlock first.
Okay.
It will be a challenge to throw anything without your arms.
We can just kill him right here.
I'll get you the money for your detonators, but Tora is leaving with me, alive.
A man like me can't afford to look weak.
What do you care? You're the Free Zone's new boss.
Fine. Take the yapping monkey lizard, but she's lost her shopping privileges.
Keep your filthy hands off me!
All right, boys. Let's go show the zone who's in charge.
Unfortunately, there was no option to kill her. Pity.
What a waste of time.
Shut your mouth and get to the docks. Koth is waiting.
Oh, so scary.
Redirection. We should proceed to the rendezvous with Senya Master.
No, of the various nonsense party members, Tano Vic was one of the better ones.
You get what I asked for?
Yeah, but it's gonna cost you extra.
I still can't think of a song for this area. Or even a tone. Like, it just feels like we're in the cyber slums.
Observation. That dark and foreboding alley is where we are supposed to meet Senya Master.
Hang on, Malachor. I don't actually have a cyberpunk playlist. It's never really come up.
Right on time. My friends have been looking forward to this.
I don't see anyone. Are they invisible or very small?
They're inside.
Right. I'll go with this.
I have one way of dealing with traitors.
Your droid is not a part of what must happen here.
I gotta be real, I'd kill her right there on the spot if the game let me.
Stuck in one trap. I won't fall into another.
No, seriously.
You are free to leave
Just...
whenever you like. But if you want the help of my allies, you'll stay.
We've come this far. Let us see where it leads.
You have 1 minute to impress me.
Before Arcann's betrayal, Zakuul was protected by 2 orders. The Knights, and Scions who see visions of the past and future. Scions no longer serve Arcann. Whether they serve you will be determined now.
Fate is a tale whispered to us by the Force, but the voices are silent about you. We must know why.
You rely too heavily on these voices. Feel my power. That's all you need to know.
If we are to aid your rebellion, we must understand what role you play in Arcann's defeat. We will test you physically and spiritually to pierce the veil and see the truth.
You aren't the first person who's wanted to test me.
This will be different.
I tie my fate to yours. I join you in these trials, come what may.
The heart of Skyva is heavy with loss. In her pain, we lash out.
I do miss the old ways of Zakuul. Such mythology and pageantry.
Please, defend yourselves.
It's an interesting lightsaber color.
You'll be all right.
We will not hold back!
Pain reveals truth!
So, I mean, they exist, Star Wars? I don't know. They're there? We'll go with they're there. That's a good one.
Pain reveals truth!
Choice is an illusion!
May Skyva guide you!
We have passed the first trial. There will be more.
Scions believe there is no greater power than destiny. They cannot believe you exist outside its influence. But we know better.
Well, get on with it.
Impatience. Frustration. You were more tolerant in the free zone, despite the fools you suffered.
You were watching me.
We're always watching. Arcann took away years of your life, but he stole far more from the rest of us. Do you feel anything for those who suffered while you slept?
Why else would I be here? I want to end the suffering.
And you, Senya, what do you feel?
Shame.
Because you failed to protect our immortal Emperor?
I was in no position to do that.
Also, I've got good news.
Slaughtered by your fellow knights because Arcann demanded it. Do you feel responsible for them?
When I joined the Knights, they were shields protecting our home world. Now they are weapons wielded by an insane child.
The Knights killed the Scions on Arcann's orders. Why?
Because he thinks himself beyond the reach of destiny.
The Knights should have rebelled against Arcann. Instead, we have lost our honor.
The eyes of Esne claim what can never belong to her.
They speak of envy, my son's weakness. Do not let it be yours.
We receive no pleasure from this trial, but we act as fate demands. Be strong, Outlander.
Okay.
We must defeat them!
Really? I thought we were just gonna be like, alright, so... I spy, with my little eye, something pink.
We must defeat them!
I am fate's conduit!
Steel yourself!
How's your day gone? Well, they fade when we kill them. I have a feeling this is all one of those stupid in our head things. Damn it, Pillars of Snow. I'm gonna have to get the Thanos Gauntlet and get rid of all head colds, aren't I? Just... Why? Why do trash fights in this? Why do trash fights in this? That's true. What would Tor be without trash fights? Other than good.
The Scions are driven by revenge, but they require fate's compliance. We are above such negotiations. Destiny is merely the conduit for our will.
There are female Jawas? No, I agree.
The Scions are driven by revenge, but they require...
I agree. Honestly, so far every zone, every area we've been going through has felt like Corellia. Not in terms of layout and all that. It's actually done better than that. But in terms of just raw padding. What, Papa Neat? Oh, you're telling me who Dwight... I know who frickin' Dwight Schultz is, dude. He's one of my favorite actors of all time. Jesus. Now, the gameplay is dull as doorknobs. What we're gonna call it. I was gonna say dishwater, but I think I've said
It's
that
a
recently.
miracle this thing hasn't exploded 1,000 times over after what you put it through.
Thanks, later.
It's not a miracle if it's meant to be. I'm living proof that all you need is faith.
Uh-huh. Now, I'd say you're living proof that Miss Spooky Eyes is a lot more patient than she looks.
Isn't there anything you still need to fix around here?
Nope. I'm just too good at my job.
I'm gonna kill the crap out of her.
I found HK wandering Asylum with no memory of anything since he left.
Whew. I mean, that's probably bad. Where's the Outlander?
Exactly.
Senya wanted your friend in HK to meet her contacts. She gave them coordinates to the location.
Apology. I have no such data stored in memory.
Senya, I knew it.
I believe her contacts are the real danger. HK, what's the first thing you remember after you woke up?
Meanwhile. Oh, yep, no. Right, I gotta get his theme going here.
You seek to remove Arcann from the Eternal Throne. As well you should. His destiny is to fall. We have foreseen that much, but his final fate remains unclear. When he is at your mercy, what will you do?
I want Senya to answer first.
Arcann will not escape justice for the lives he's taken.
1,000 scions lie dead because of him. Blood calls out for blood. Do you agree? Answer us!
They question her commitment to them because they cannot foresee it. Ask yourself why.
If you are not with us, you stand against the tides of destiny. Arcann and Valen must die.
I'm starting to second guess whether or not we need you.
You act as if you have a choice. We know our part. It's yours that must be revealed. I will know your fate, even if I must tear you open to see it.
Haven't even heard anything about that one, like, that's complete news to me. Oh, there's the quote. There's the quote that I've heard many times. I suppose you want some big epic boss battle. But the problem is, epic boss battles is not what this is. So what we need is like a low, slow, sloggy kind of a song. You know what? No. I know exactly what he deserves.
You cannot defy destiny! You cannot defy destiny!
Okay, real talk, I'd play the crap out of a Star Wars game designed like Pokemon.
Stand down and face justice!
Yeah, just for fun.
Pathetic
Oh
ascent!
yeah, I said I'd try to summon you. Oh, okay. Can I even do that now? Let's find out.
The Emperor will be avenged!
You cannot defy destiny!
Come on, say it one more time. Choice is an illusion.
You cannot defy destiny!
Damn it, man. Messing with destiny here. Oh. Very epic. Hang on, it's about to get even more epic. Okay, I'll stop being silly. No, I won't. I'll stop being silly for right now.
His argument with you is pointless and destructive. I can end this without any more bloodshed if you accept the gift of my power.
Nah. I had a reason to last time.
I'll handle him myself.
Then stop wasting time. Reveal his fate.
Choice is an illusion!
There it is. It didn't work anyways, Arcann. I'm also not 100% sure I believe you. Well, if I do, well, let's just say that that's a second story negative. Excuse me, gameplay negative. Or something I was already going to give one gameplay negative. What are we done here? Ferris wouldn't have a yank. He's a warrior, not an inquisitor. Negative 10 out of 20.
It's not my time to die! It is not my time to die!
Anyways, what do I think of Obsidian today? They're still the same mismanaged mesh they've ever been. They haven't changed at all. If Christmas existed in the Star Wars galaxy, how would the Sith celebrate it? Well, first, they'd give each person a bunch of presents. They're randomly distributed. Then, you would have to kill each other for the presents. Whoever successfully kills enough people gets all the presents.
Time to die!
You probably got like 10 minutes, Nero says.
Choice is an illusion!
See, there's two ways to summon, right? There's summon via flagship, and then there's summon for story quest. Now here's the thing, I would presuminate that summon via flagship is the thing that uses the currency, whereas summon without, for the story, doesn't, because that would actually make some goddamn sense.
Choice is an illusion!
But choice is an illusion, so I'm probably wrong about that, in which case, yeah, that's definitely a second negative. There's absolutely no reason whatsoever for that to exist as a mechanic for story mode stuff like that.
You
pay
defy
to
destiny.
group with your friends is nonsense. How would the Jedi celebrate Christmas? So the first thing they'd do is they'd run around and preach, like a lot. Like just non-stop preaching. Oh, hang on, we finished him, sorry. He's dead. We done here?
Do not judge him harshly. This trial was necessary for all of us. We need the Scions.
If the Scions still want to help us, I accept.
Meh. Probably the wrong call.
Stand down now.
Hey, Lana.
You heard the lady.
Every moment since you entered, even this one, was predestined. Everyone here played the role fate assigned them. I ask you a final question. What future do you see for this galaxy when Arcann and his eternal fleet are gone?
One person shouldn't decide the fate of the galaxy. When the time comes, we can work together.
He will not live to do that.
You have nothing further to reveal. I now know what blinded us to the future. Our immortal Emperor lives inside your mind.
It couldn't stay secret forever.
You knew about this and didn't tell me?
We thought you'd panic if I said, hey, Emperor Valkorian's living inside my head.
Analysis. Scan reveals no evidence you possess a secondary personality matrix, Master. It is possible your brain is simply malfunctioning.
Our duel gave me a glimpse of what's to come. You will destroy the Eternal Throne, but many will suffer before that victory.
Let me guess. Your vision didn't specify who suffers or how long defeating Arcann will take.
Doesn't matter. We win. If Emperor Valkorian lives because of this Outlander, there's hope for Zakuul.
Your beloved immortal Emperor is a threat to all life everywhere. We must find a way to separate you from him.
Maybe someday. Until then, we've got a war to fight.
We have a lot to discuss.
Not here. I passed your test. Join us or don't. Either way, we're done.
There is one truth left to reveal. I withheld the true reason I followed you through the trials, to understand the Outlander, who will destroy Arcann and Valen, my son and daughter.
Lady, no offense, but you're a terrible mother.
She told you. How delightful.
Yeah, I know. He's probably the one really to blame there.
She helped them.
I killed 3 knights to make sure they weren't lying. And another 3 because I hate odd numbers.
You could have killed
the
one.
Outlander escaped in the Gravestone with our mother's help. She's against us.
Senya was always strong-willed. That's why Father left her.
Do you think she knows he's alive? Has she betrayed us for him?
It doesn't matter. She'll return to us, or face the consequences.
We don't need them. Our parents gave us the power to forge the future. They should have known we'd use it.
Nope, that's Valkorian's theme. You don't get Valkorian's theme.
I take it you have concerns.
I can think of a few.
You're only escalating matters.
You expect us to believe you're going to fight your own children?
I can't deny my responsibility for what Valen and Arcann have become. I have to end their bloodshed.
What did you see in Valkorian that you had children with him?
You say he was a homicidal tyrant, but that isn't the man I knew. He was benevolent, wise, even kind. At least at first. We never agreed on how the children should be raised, and over time he became more and more distant. More cold. I was afraid for what the children would become. But when I decided to leave, they chose him. I couldn't force them.
You've been lying to us all this time. Now you give us this woe is me story, and we're supposed to take your word for it?
You don't have to take my word. You can ask the Immortal Emperor himself.
I'm not him. I'm myself.
When Valkorian was in charge, he wasn't fixated on waging war. If we can get him back on the throne...
No.
Valkorian is a world devourer.
He brought direction and stability to Zakuul.
Trust me, Koth, you don't know him like I do.
No. You don't know him like I do.
Neither of you know him like I do.
Try sharing a little less.
That isn't what I meant.
Interruption. The Republic astromech has established contact.
T7, what does he have for us?
Report. A criminal meatbag on Zakuul has been in search of the Gravestone. This Lady of Sorrows alleges she can establish a dialogue with its computers.
Lady of Sorrows? Good luck with her.
I take it she's trouble.
She's an information broker. Acts as her own enforcer. Never apprehended. So yes, trouble. She operates in Zakuul's Old World district. I know it better than anyone. I'll escort you.
I have a feeling we'll find things to talk about on the way.
One or two.
It's worth a try, this Lady of Sorrows. But I'd like a word before you leave.
Who thought the Lady of Sorrows would be the key to figuring you out? Destiny calls.
Now that the truth is out about Valkorion, there's a shortage of trust. I need you to find it within yourself to try. Not an easy task. KotFE believes in Valkorion. Senya withheld vital information. Neither one trusts the other. That's why you must act as an example.
I'll see what I can do.
Thank you. May the Force serve you well out there.
Not getting access to the hangar controls. Some kind of power outage.
You'll be all right.
Goddamn Minox. No. By all means say it, Giga. It's not exactly your fault. It's not even my fault. It is 100% the game's fault. The problem is, every single time it's pissing me off just a little bit more than every previous time.
Odd fluctuations. Relays are gunked up or something. We have to clean out the junctions.
Well, then what I need you to do, Giga, reach into the game, reprogram it to not be garbage.
Everything's good to go. What was it?
An infestation. If they'd grown any bigger, we'd have more to worry about than spotty power. We should check the rest of the ship.
Courtesy. I will take it upon myself to eradicate these hostile stowaways, masters. Once I have gathered additional munitions, I will scour the ship from top to bottom.
Please don't shoot holes in our ship.
We can have you blasting through the hull left and right.
Appeasement. I can employ knives and blunt force instruments instead. Would that make you feel safer?
Not really.
Next time, you're on cleanup detail.
You know what? I don't care. Then everything would have been better, Lothario. Pretty much across the board. A galaxy without Tenebrae in it is a galaxy that is superior to how it was prior to Tenebrae no longer being in it. No, we can't kill him. He's too good. Somehow he will return. I wouldn't be surprised if he comes back after this expansion. Or the one next. Or the one next. Anyways, Latario, as I was saying when I was muted, it's really easy to reconcile free will, but prophecy that is accurate. Because all you have to do is think of it as from different angles. Free will exists because people still choose, because people still do. But once they have chosen, it's done, right? So they can't, like, decide to change what they did in the past. It's in the past. So the prophecy, well, all the prophet's doing is they're just jumping forward a few years and reading what already happened. Boom.
I love the hand of tithe could not deny.
Another place I don't know what song to play.
We're headed back into the heart of Arcann's empire, and you're singing.
What better time? Anyway, where we're going, no one will be looking for criminals. Most of the people there are criminals, which of course presents its own dangers.
Essentially, yeah, Pillars of Snow.
Even so, I do enjoy visiting the old world. It's a piece of Zakuul history. Valkorian's first attempt at creating a grand society.
A failed attempt.
Only in scale. To him, it wasn't nearly grand enough.
I want to know more about your relationship with Valkorian.
The story really isn't as outlandish as whatever you're imagining. We met after I earned a place in his elite guard. I never hesitated to speak my mind, which caught his attention, I suppose. He was fascinating, bold, always completely certain of his next step.
We can flirt with her.
The way you describe him, I can't blame you for taking an interest.
You also have to understand his place in our culture, our psychology, our entire conception of ourselves. He guided Zakuul's prosperity for generations, centuries. What we had wasn't a child's notion of romance, but we were happy. Then Arcann and his brother Thexan were born. I loved them so much. But no matter what I did, they wanted nothing to do with me. And Valkorian wanted nothing to do with them. His mind was somewhere else. He barely spoke, barely acknowledged any of us for weeks at a time. And then, Vaylin. Vaylin was troubled from the start.
You'd have to start young to end up as crazy as she is.
The boys were always aggressive, but they understood restraint and boundaries. Not Vaylin. She was a danger to everyone around her, even as a child. I confronted Valkorian. His daughter needed help. His sons needed him. His solution was to cage Vaylin's mind. Most of her power was locked away, along with most of who she was. He ignored the rest of us outright. I couldn't stand by and watch. I gathered the children. I tried to tell them we needed to go. They laughed and called me weak. Even as children, even with Vaylin's power restrained, the three of them together were still far more powerful than me. I couldn't force them to go. So, I left.
Did Valkorian try to stop you from leaving?
No. I'm not sure he even noticed. I transferred to the Knights Enforcement Division and took assignments at the outer fringes of our empire. Valkorian never spoke another word to me. Since then, I've only seen my children in broadcasts of public events, like Thexan's funeral, killed in the core worlds. I doubt they even remember me.
I don't even remember you, and I just met you. Hi, T7.
Hello, little one.
It is good to see you.
T7, what do you have for us?
Yes, Papaneeks, absolutely. Like, no question.
The Lady of Sorrows is wanted for murder and theft of state secrets, among other charges. The Knights have hunted her for years. No one's come close.
I'm sure the three of us will manage if we work together.
You may not believe this, but it's rare for someone to escape a knight's justice.
And when that someone is the knight's own child.
We'll find out, won't we? Could I... Is it possible for me to talk to him? To Valkorion?
I don't think it works that way exactly.
Lots of things live down here. Few of them friendly. We should be careful. Here.
I mean, I'm kind of with Malkor's interpretation of events. We know that Tenebrae is a body hopper. It's one of his primary things. So the idea that he was bouncing around doesn't really strike me as all that odd. The primary thing I don't like about that... Oh, I can summon people. Hang on. Primary thing I don't like about that is it effectively takes that one entire plot thread of the Sith Warrior chain for Barris's plot and just throws it out the window. Other than that, though. Thank you, Ben Smack. Always appreciate. And if you want to put that towards something, let me know. You're already here. Really? Oh, okay. So then one thing to do then. Charge! Bonk. Yeah, okay, fine. That's exactly my point, J. Palmer. He was stopped from body hopping for 8 years. There's no acknowledgement of an 8-year gap during which Valkorion was himself, or at least partially himself. It's more like he bounced around. This is even Jesus Christ. Even further emphasized if you pay attention to the timeline and how they discuss events of the most recent few years. Oh, also, that's another thing. I can't believe I didn't realize this till last night, but so Sel Makor was preventing, theoretically, preventing Vitiate from escaping, right? Which means Sel Makor was stronger than Vitiate. Some of you may remember that we defeated Sel Makor.
I don't doubt it.
As the Jedi Knight.
Stories sometime.
In case I'm not being very clear about that, a force power so strong it could restrain the Emperor of this game's Super Mega Death Doom was handily killed by the Jedi Knight as part of a planetary quest. Go away. God damn it. I mean, Jedi Knight legitimately contradicts several other aspects of lore. It does not bother me to eject it from canon. I have certainly ejected less egregious things for lesser offenses in other fiction. That's... honestly, that's actually stupider, Orcano. Yeah, that's even stupider. Yeah, cool. Moving on. What?
Update. Extermination efforts aboard the Gravestone have been slower than anticipated, Master. It seems quite unnecessary that I clean up the creature's remains. They clearly serve as an effective warning to other potential stowaways. But Master Votena was quite insistent, so the ship will be quite clean upon your return.
Tell me, Acolyte, what does the return of our great Sildrog mean to you?
It means death to disbelievers.
Am I the only one who hates her not skirt? It looks like she's wearing one of those, like, the don't bite yourself animal things.
Most Zakuulans know
just
it.
on her waist.
A place to mingle with the rabble and then go home to brag about it. One big party. I have a contact nearby. Need to go alone.
Does this mean you're back to ruthless enforcer, Senya?
Yes.
U plus T7 equals guaranteed success. You know what, T7? I believe you.
You saw the Lady of Sorrows. Of course you did. What does she look like?
Crying out loud. Sky Troopers! I mean, I'm sorry, Blue Hero. I don't mean to sound negative, but anything you're going to say to try and justify the Jedi Knight storyline is going to fail. I'm just going to say that as bluntly as possible. Sky Troopers. I don't know what music to put on, so we put on the generic playlist. Right now, the only question is how many negatives Nero's is. And T7 just left me.
I had always intended to visit the old world. I thought I would have the time. Delightful.
You couldn't have mentioned Senya was the mother of your children.
I wanted to see what she would do. In the end, she chose to place her trust in you and your associates.
That wasn't an act of trust. As far as she knew, Haskell would have said something.
Cynical. If that's what you choose to believe, I cannot stop you.
U plus T7 equals almost done.
Priority call for High Justice Valen. She'll want to know who I just spotted.
Great. Oh. No, I actually agree. You'll notice that with very few exceptions, most of the other storylines reference... In fact, no, I'm gonna say that all 7 of the other storylines reference each other semi-regularly. Knight is kind of the exception there. Even the children are more relevant over in Consular, and don't really dovetail into the Kira story like they probably should. And the voice stuff doesn't even matter for Knight, despite being arguably one of the major plot points of Warrior. Yeah, the Emperor's death is pretty much it. It's weird. That was kind of after the fact. Again, this is speculative. So, okay, hang on. I don't mean to say that just to say that it sucks. It does suck, but that's separate. What I mean is, even if it was Jedi Knight was an amazing story, I still feel like it was built in isolation, you know? Yeah, exactly, Nero says. If you eject Jedi Knight, the other stories are unaffected. If you eject one of the other stories, that's going to cause at least some ripples here and there. Yeah, Trevor. Mission complete. U plus T7 equals great. I love you, T7. I do. It is good to see you.
If you can read me, I made some new friends. Could use a hand.
I'm on my way.
Oh, okay. Bye, T7. Again. They're doing something, and I actually like it, believe it or not. So, one of the things that Vanilla Tor did was it kind of tethered itself by how it dealt with your companions.
I don't get why the Herald...
And it did that because when Tor was designed, when Tor Vanilla was designed... Wait a minute. I saw that. When Tor Vanilla... Yep, look! And then it flies off into the distance. When Tor Vanilla was designed, each companion had a specific role. This is just... And they had specific position in the plot, and it was each class was designed around that, right? Now what they're doing is, rather than trying to follow a static formula and presentation... By the way, you notice each shuttle that's coming to slam into us, too? That's another thing. Instead of that, they're just rotating companions in and out, almost rapid fire. But by this point, it doesn't matter. Because each companion is malleable at this point. Any companion can be a tank, a DPS, or a healer, right? So it doesn't really nerf the player in any substantial way, and thus, from a storytelling perspective, they can rotate in companions and give them freedom to, you know, kick or kill or add or do or whatever. And I like I said, I like that. I think it's actually something that Tor should have done essentially from the beginning. Excuse me. You know, growing pains, yada yada yada. Point being, I think it works.
No one seems to be discussing why anyone would attack the Spire and kill all those people.
Listen, I love killing people.
Feel the power of Zildog's claw!
Behold the power of killing people! I think I actually will. I'll put it under... What would I put there, actually? You know what it reminds me of more than anything else? Final Fantasy IV. Because FF4 was built around the idea that rather than having, you know, 4 static party members like in FF1 and 3, instead what you'd have... This hurts, holy crap. Instead what you would have is whoever you needed for the scene. The party member could be designed around the scene, and because the designers always knew exactly which party members you'd have for any given area, they could design encounters, dungeons, and bosses around the team you would have. No, I mean FF1 and 3, Mega Skullbone Spockman. FF2 is over there, and we'll never talk about it ever again. Whew, okay, got that out of the way. Because FF2 didn't do that. You're wrong, Mega Skullbone Spockman. Because FF2 had your main 3. And your main 3... What?
Heralds of Zildrog. Cultists longing for the return of a mythical serpent god. Used to be they were just a nuisance. Now they're militant.
Good show! Absolutely wonderful!
Here's what that dialogue says. So for those of you who can't read it. If you leave this conversation, you will exit the chapter and be returned to the fleet. You can then return to the chapter by pressing the play button. That was just me trying to back out of a conversation, which I've been able to do the whole rest of the game. Anyways, in FF2, you had 3 malleable who-knows-what-they-are party members and a 4th rotating party member. Whereas in FF4, you have effectively an entire team of total rotation. The only one who is ever always in the party is Cecil. Everyone else rotates in and out. That's what I meant. So, no, 4 was the first one to really do that. 2, well, see, the other problem with 2 is the rotating party members, they don't have, like, classes or abilities or anything. They just have starting points, because FF2 didn't have classes in general, so you couldn't really do that either.
Are these people for real?
Their lives are uneventful. No hardship. They come here to feel something. There you are. Sicking heralds on me, Reg? Not too bright.
It wasn't me. The heralds run the old world now. They made a deal.
With Arcann? What kind of deal?
Heralds keep crime down, and the knights keep out. You stick around, they'll blame it on me. You gotta go.
Tell me where to find the Lady of Sorrows first.
Some kind of joke, right? I'll take my lumps from the heralds over the lady any day.
And where do I fit on that list?
What?
You know what I can do, Reg. Need another reminder?
If Senya doesn't get what she wants, believe me, I will.
Wait a minute, wait. I was gonna say you don't want to mess with the lady. Then I was gonna say, but hey, that's your prerogative. You've always been square with me, I'll be square with you. Don't gotta hit me.
Where is she?
I don't know. But I do know who to talk to. There's a data seller at Market Station, Mona Gale. She works with the lady all the time.
Mona Gale. All right. Sorry. Let's go.
Yeah, it looked a lot like she grabbed him by his balls and lifted him. I'm not 100% sure what she did, but that's what it looked like. Oh, hang on. I need to come up with a theme song for these two idiots.
Guess who I found?
The Outlander?
Right under our noses in the old world.
Alone?
Oh no. That's the best bit. Mother is here too.
What the hell is that song?
Shouldn't we go say hello?
Why would they escape only to return? Let them do what they came here for. I'll see that they don't dawdle.
Oh, okay. That's just concerning for a second there. Well, that's because FF4 is a decent game.
No one seems to be discussing why anyone would attack the spire.
What's actually really funny is FF4 is honestly, and I know this is going to raise some hackles, kind of low tier compared to Final Fantasy games. Like, if you were to part them out, it's probably like at the average level, maybe below average. But that's more a concept of how high the highs are than anything else. Yeah, you and Valvatrix both, Caspian. Oh, FF4 is a very problematic game. It was the first time we ever had to ding a game for story sequencing. Still, they did a lot right with it.
I ended a mugging ring one time. Good memories.
I mean, there's a reason it became the seminal Final Fantasy game and effectively started what JRPGs would be henceforth.
Got you.
Not really, Django. Honestly, this has been very bland so far. Elevators are faster. That's nice.
The arena fights are brutal. I'd shut them down if I could.
Although I might not have updated the HUD lately. Hang on, let me double check that. Where are we at? Let's see. 1, 2. Okay, there's one more story.
Here.
One more to story. And I'm debating one there. And we're somewhere around here, down here. There we go. Okay. HUD's up to date.
Come on, hit him! Hit him! You are kidding me!
$16,000, Mr. Wyndon.
6 in a row. Random matchups. You have to have an in, Mona. Tell me.
Enough data at your disposal and anything's possible. Want to see if 7's your lucky number?
Scamming citizens isn't legal, Mona Gale.
I'm not scamming anyone. And Knights have no authority here.
Yes, you are. And I don't care. The Lady of Sorrows. Where is she?
If I knew where to find my most lucrative, reclusive, and dangerous meal ticket, I wouldn't give that up for one night and whatever you're supposed to be.
She asked a question.
Asked and answered. Thanks. Have a great one.
People of Zakuul, this is your Emperor. Hear me.
This should be good.
The criminal who plunged our great spire into darkness and chaos has finally been identified.
Interesting strategy.
The craven outlander who assassinated your immortal emperor, my dear father, has escaped custody and remains at large, aided by a rogue knight of Zakuul. These deadly agitators were last sighted in the old world. If you encounter them, contact an authority figure immediately.
Okay. So, I'll give you 3 seconds.
So, where were we?
You were about to tell them where to find the Lady of Sorrows.
Except I can't. I really can't. I don't even know how to reach her. She only ever contacts me. But she does occasionally meet with the Heralds in Breakdown. They have some kind of truce. That's the best I can do. Just don't agitate us.
How about you stop taking advantage of others?
Sure. Whatever you say.
Thanks, Arcann. Appreciate you.
Breakdown's the underbelly of the underbelly. No mingling there. Only corruption and torment. You know, we might owe Arcann a thank you for unintentionally helping us. That announcement really brought you some clout.
If this is unintentional help, I'd hate to see what it looks like when it's on purpose.
Excuse me. For this? Sure, hang on. Let me die first. Very important part of the equation. Because I was asked to alt-tab at a critical moment, which makes me think that Nerozaz actually did that on purpose.
Should feel better. This is it. Breakdown. Where people who fall on hard times keep falling. Even when the Knights policed the old world, we never lingered around here for very long.
I can see why.
I know where the Heralds are headquartered, but they won't give up any information willingly.
Is there anything they want that we can give them?
Short of bringing about Zildrog's return and the mass cataclysm they hope will follow, there are no deals to make with people like this.
I would immediately kill myself, Atario. Like the second I found out about that.
They seem determined to meet you. No, I told them Breakdown, but that's all. Like I want to get on your bad side.
You, Gale. You've seen the fugitives.
Come on, you know how this works. You give credits, I give information.
We know they were sent here. Tell us everything, or end up like your associate.
What associate?
I believe his name was Reg something.
You know who I work for.
And you know who we work for.
No, I would quite literally rather die, Lothario. That is horrifically horrible. No. That is unacceptably terrible.
Update. I have determined that the industrial strength cleansers that Master Vortena insisted upon using are, in fact, highly lethal when applied to the infesting creatures directly. This revelation should accelerate my completion of the task considerably, Master.
Thanks for keeping me up to date, HK. Appreciate you.
A lot of firepower standing between us and their
I don't
leader.
think this song works down here near as
They call him the Exalted. Arcann put him in charge here, but he's little more than a servant, and not a sane one.
About time you got here.
Koth?
T7 told me you were headed into Breakdown. Figured the rest for myself. Didn't think there was a scenic route to get here.
What in Skyva's name are you doing here? Couldn't trust us to get the job done?
I didn't stay ahead of you all those years by trusting the wrong people. No offense, Outlander. You at least, I want to trust. So let me clue you in. The Exalted hates Knights. He won't say one word to Senya.
I'll make him talk.
Look, I'm regular people. I speak their language. You want to make a deal with the Heralds? I'm your man.
They're delusional thugs. There's no deal to be made.
Well, you both suck, and I don't like either of you. So, let me think about this for a second. Yeah, you know what? Let's just coin it. Screw it. Screw these people. That didn't flip at all. Did you see that? It just went up and came down. Oh, hang on. One more try. There we go. All right. Who's the top one? Top option is Senya.
It's clear you two can't work together. Senya, you're with me. Koth, keep your ears open.
You're making a mistake.
No, the coin made the mistake, not me. Because choice is an illusion. You have to understand, Lothario, if there is no free will, the amount that changes on a fundamental level is so severe and so horrific as to not be capable of being contemplated. That's not just some minor, knee-jerk reaction. It's really bad on every level. Everything you've ever thought you know about anything is completely and fundamentally changed by that. So, nope. I'm out. Peace. They did hazardous. At least from what I understand. Is this a dungeon? That's like a dungeon portal. Only 2 save points, Trihexia? Eh. This is a dungeon. This is a straight up dungeon. Oh, whatever. Yeah, the more I see, the more I'm debating how many negatives. Can I ask Mr. Red to do me a favor? Yeah, but they don't get to decide that, Lothario. I get to decide that. A major theme in the Diablo rewrite, actually. Heaven is good and perfect and awesome, and people would be happy there. But they have no choice there. That's the trade-off. You give up your freedom, your decisions, and your life in exchange for happiness. Alright, Mr. Red. How many negatives total did we give FF14 for the anti-co-op feature? It should be easy to track because it should be under co-op. I check myself, but this way I can multitask and push through this while you're looking it up. So forgive me for asking for the assist. I've never seen Dead Poets Society, so I can't speak to that right now.
Imagine if they put all this energy into a real cause.
Yeah, like, knitting? Knitting's good. Making apple cider. I hate Berserk, Lothario.
Saved me the trouble of hunting you down.
You kidding me? I don't have any thoughts at the moment, Damashi, because what they did is so insane and stupid. But we don't know. Like, we don't know what happened. Did they quit? Were they forced out? Is this executive meddling? Was there a creative difference? Was there a financial thing? Was there a scoundrel or a scandal? Excuse me. Like, we don't know. We don't know what happened, and that's why I can't have any thoughts for you, Damashi. It's hard to have an opinion on, hey, something happened.
Don't thank me yet.
Spirited. I like Spirited, but I don't like you. You cannot be allowed to remain in the old world. Your presence threatens the order we have fought to maintain.
Order, but not justice. You let criminals thrive. Prey on the weak. You're monsters.
The true crime is cultivating a society dominated by ineffectual fools who have never known adversity. And you. I have terms with Emperor Arcann. No knights.
Get us a meeting with the Lady of Sorrows.
And then you'll leave? Is that what you propose?
There is no proposal. Do it.
By that, she means do it, or we kill you.
Yes, I did get the full extent of her meaning.
Sure.
What could you want from her, I wonder? What makes it worth the risk of coming here?
I get the feeling you wouldn't mind seeing Arcann off the throne.
If you think you can defeat him, I have no qualms. Arcann gave us power, then implemented so many restrictions that we are in many ways powerless. And he has sapped the very spirit from Zakuul. Most don't even realize. But his undoing, it cannot be at your hands.
Why not?
Valkorian's fall, Arcann's rise, it all conforms to prophecy.
Oh my god.
You do not.
Are you in compliance? Or does this have to go another way?
By Zildrog's grace, I do enjoy your figure. But when our great serpent returns, he will rain death upon Zakuul, and cleanse it of all that is wrong.
You worship a snake.
Including the likes of you. On my mark!
Seriously, you worship a snake?
Exalted.
I'm busy!
The Lady of Sorrows demands your attention now.
I've never seen a species like that before.
Your grip on the old world has become a stranglehold. You continue to act counter to the Lady's interests, most recently with the murder of our contractor, Mona Gale.
This can wait. I have company.
The Lady has decided to renegotiate the terms of your agreement.
We made a deal!
And now, you will agree to a new deal.
Father! Brennan! Release him at once!
Come to the Razor. You and the Lady can discuss your son's future. And you. The Lady would like to speak with you as well.
You're a long way from home.
Zakuul is the center of the galaxy now. That makes it home. The Lady of Sorrows is fully aware of who you are. Outlander. And now she also knows what you're after.
They want me to tell you I'm okay, which I am.
So that's that. Under no circumstances are you to kill the Outlander. Understood?
Understood. Kill the Outlander.
I mean, you're welcome to try. Do you have any idea who I am?
Unworthy of the dragon's fire!
I mean, you don't. You literally don't know who I am, so that actually makes this make sense. That's the other running gag. We've got Sky Troopers and people who have no idea who we are. Oh well. Butcher a few more people here. Yeah, what's a wrath? Don't worry. Yeah, we need to get some of Lana's cryo droids. Oh, let me invite Arcann. I'm paying attention to chat, I swear. The mysterious stranger returns. Oh my god, that would actually be funny. I mean, we're not, because we're not Revan, but alright, so, they're dead.
Should feel better.
And I've just... Okay, let's see, questions. If not for the vaults, would humanity have gone extinct in the nuclear apocalypse of Vulcan? No, several people survived, although a lot of them survived as ghouls or worse. So, you know, not super pleasant. We also don't know much about anything outside the States, which has been a common complaint of mine for about 20 years at this point. What was the story for Onyxia on the Horde side in Vanilla? Identical for all intents and purposes, except instead of going to Stormwind and dealing with some stuff, you would go to Rexar, who was patrolling in Desolus, which is even worse. Because there was no quest indicators in Vanilla, for those of you who don't remember that, which means you would just have to roam Desolus, and he patrolled a fairly large area, looking for him, essentially randomly. I'm sorry, I have no idea past 2H. This is my first time through. Does anybody know? Can you replay KotFE and KotEat as many times as you want? Oh, it was terrible, Jay Palmer. Okay, chat says yes. I'm gonna go with yes. So I've been shotgunning negatives at KotFE so far, and honestly, I'm kind of standing by that. But I do like the idea of them having just a straight-up chapter select. It's something that more MMOs need to implement. It's something I praised STO for.
Cannot detect any further traces of the infestation aboard the Gravestone, Master. Recommendation. You may wish to acquire 30 to 40 gallons of industrial cleanser while you're in the Spire. Our stocks have been somewhat depleted.
30 to... Okay.
Got you.
What the hell's a leader? Vigilant. That's a joke, by the way, if I have to clarify that. Thank you, Nami. Always appreciate you. I will jot that down for dealer's choice. I still don't have a good song for this place. Let's get some Sonic the Hedgehog music. I think that'll fit this place. Okay. I'm guessing I'm not at that level yet, Malachor. Although I do agree with the camera work in general being better. I'm probably going to jot that down as a positive. Yeah, that's probably.
I've been here before, to the Razor. Nothing good lives here.
The pacing feels off so far. In fact, I've already jotted it down as a negative, Damashi, and I think that might be part of what's going on here. Like, it's just, and that's my impression of the story so far. I will also say that so far the moments are doing a lot better than the everything else. I'm not into the plot. I'm not into the scripting. I'm not into the dialogue. I'm not into the events. I'm not into sequencing. I'm not into the pacing. But there are individually good moments, and I am liking the characters for the most part so far. Except for Koth. Koth has to die. No, Jay Palmer. Not at all. I mean, that would make sense to me, although, of course, in some versions of some canon, Europe was bombed into non-existence, but whatever. It's Fallout, who cares? Hi, Dr. Winter. I don't mind Koth that much, except for the fact that he's a loyalist who wants Valkorion back on the throne. And when confronted about that with the phrase, he is a devourer of worlds, his response was, yeah, but he bought peace and stability. And it's like, oh, okay. I didn't realize you were okay with killing millions, if not billions of people, as long as it brings peace and stability. Yeah, he's already eaten... Well, okay, I believe he's eaten 2 planets canonically. But let's just focus on the stuff in this game. He ate a planet right in front of us while we were watching. Yeah, at least 2. That's a good way to put that. Because there's Nathema, and then there's Zeost. That's like, dude, buddy. No. At least we're not fighting Sky Troopers. I'm actually happy to be away from Sky Troopers. You know, I don't like it when you choke me. Oh no, that's what he wants to do, Crazy Norse. I'm talking about what he's already done. No, the planet I believe is in the The galaxy, I believe, is in the quintillions for population.
I knew I would find you.
Oh no, it's...
And you are?
I am not amused. You escaped lawful imprisonment, then ordered your friend to kill my partner.
Oh, right.
Stand down, Novo.
You stand down, traitor!
You abandoned your Scion brethren. Who's the real traitor?
I'm glad we risked coming to the old world. Now we get credit for neutralizing 2 criminals.
Well, hello, Not Amused. That's a weird name. Did your parents not like you? Or is this one of those things where, like, the orderly just had a weird sense of humor that day? Anyways, I just want you to know I'm going to kill your friend in front of you first, because I want you to watch.
In the name of
nothing personal.
Surrender!
That's a good question, Malachor. I've noticed that. In fact, if you're paying attention, I've already jotted it down as a negative. The retcon, the shift, you know. Now, that being said, I think the shift is for the better, but it is still a shift, and that's still questionable. Listen, Crazy Norse, all I'm saying
No mercy from me!
is that I'm going to murder his friend right in front of him. What's the... Aw, he lived. Damn it. Oh. But no, I prefer it too, Malachor. I think it's a better shift. And it makes... At least it makes him something, right? Like, one of the things I kept complaining about over and over, all 3 times I've streamed this game, is how much of a non-character Vitiate is back in vanilla. Alright, so...
I don't need to be a scion to see your epitaph. Here lies the Outlander, who brought disorder and ruin to Zakuul.
You won't even merit an epitaph.
Done.
He's beaten. Defenseless.
He's nobody. What will you do when it's Arcann's turn?
Please, don't!
I know what has to be done.
As I was saying,
the Heralds had a head start. Be ready for anything. We could be stepping out into a minor war.
Or a trap. Or KotF's entrails on display.
that would be interesting. Alright, what horrible thing do we see instead? Slow camera pen to the...
I know. You didn't get the deal.
You?
But you did get the deal you deserved. Think of it this way, Exalted. You'll finally be with your great serpent.
I'm not sure what I think about that. I was actually expecting a companion, because they mentioned it was someone personally powerful enough to evade being caught by themselves. But that's...
I'm curious, Outlander.
Not where I thought we were going with that.
What would you do with the Exalted's son?
If he was in charge of the Heralds, he'd fear and respect you, unlike his father.
My exact calculation. Excellent. There's nothing to stop you from becoming the new Exalted now. I expect you to honor your end of our agreement.
Of course. I can finally lead the Heralds to the glorious future we deserve. You will have your just rewards.
Then leave.
Actually, I have, Crazy Norse.
Probably not the condition you wanted to find me in.
Good to have you back, Koth.
Thanks. The lady knows all about the Gravestone, what we're using it for. I told her that much. But she already knew a lot about you.
You're the Lady of Sorrows. A droid.
No, don't call her...
I'm no droid, Wrath. I'm an intelligence beyond comprehension. You may call me Scorpio. I've come to Zakuul to further my heuristic directive of self-improvement. This self-iteration is number 1084. The proposal put forth by your colleague intrigues me enough that I've decided to accompany you.
Is that right?
Continue operations in my stead. Annihilate the Heralds if you must. I will remain in touch.
Very well. She's coming with us? Just like that?
Yeah. Watch this one. She's a bigger threat than Senya any day.
Ah.
Not exactly what I expected, but close. Shall we depart?
Don't try anything. If you step out of line even once...
Your suspicion is unimpressive.
Yeah, well, I'm, yeah. Agent, you know.
Why are you agreeing to help?
I wish to speak to the Gravestone. I look forward to communicating with an intellect that rivals my own for a change.
What about Arcann?
He has something of mine. The severity of his error must be recognized.
What did he take? Just asking.
Interesting. All in favor of killing Scorpio right now. Oh, hang on. God damn it.
Eternal Fleet Units 522, 865, and 983 will prepare for deployment. Combat protocols fully engaged. The Outlander will not escape us this time.
All Gemini command units confirmed.
Yeah, I kind of guessed that.
Operations are already underway.
Interesting. Oh, no, I'm not out of liquid. I have no liquid. I don't think they do, Django. I think they literally have the home fleet, and that's it. They can just deploy it so rapidly it doesn't matter. Which, admittedly, is how that would work if you really could deploy one fleet that quickly and that, you know, efficiently.
Whoa! You almost fried the power core, Fat Fingers!
That's Captain Fat Fingers.
You do this vessel a disservice with your primitive hands. Give me full access. I will enhance the Gravestone's current parameters.
Okay.
I'm not opposed to the idea.
I am!
Focus on the hyperdrive first.
Acceptable. For now.
Statement. Ready to vaporize?
Your lack of intelligence is insulting.
Who's Vic? Oh, no, I didn't, Shadow Machine.
Let's give them space.
Yeah, stuff like that is why the spore drive over in Star Trek always
That
pisses me
bridge
off,
can only
Django.
hold so many personalities.
I'm used to it.
I imagine so, given your previous companions. Scorpio worked with Imperial intelligence in the past, but now she operates independently. Thoughts?
She's probably listening to our conversation.
Lovely. Not that we have any privacy, considering who's inside your head. There is some good news. I've received word from my agents on Coruscant and Dromund-Kaas. Certain elements of each government are willing to discuss an alliance, to unite their forces against the Eternal Throne.
I mean, I agree with you, Django. I'm not arguing that.
We can only defeat Arcann by working together.
We've a long road ahead, but at least they're talking.
Your presence is requested. Come along.
Sure thing.
Charmer, that one.
Senya knows how to pick them.
Be careful. We need the Scions, but Zealots are unpredictable by nature.
I've got you to rescue me. What more could I need?
I'm serious. If anything happens to you...
Then you'd better kiss me. Just to be safe.
You're insufferable.
It sounds so villainous the way she said that. Then you'd better kiss me. Just to be safe. Yeah. Anyways.
This isn't the time or place. 1 hour. If I don't hear from you, I'll rip that sanctuary apart.
Yeah, I'm with Crazy Norse. So, you're right. He doesn't literally rule the galaxy, but he does control the galaxy right now. The Eternal Empire exhibits control over the galaxy thanks to its reach and its influence and how it's... Like, the frickin' Republic and the Sith Empire are... God help me, what's the word? Vigilant. Or not vigilant. Andrew, because I don't think Andrew's there. Tributaries. Which, no, it's different than vassals. It's a different type of thing. It's over here. No, it's not vassals. It's A vassal is someone who has to obey your commands and follow along with your stuff and all of it. A tributary is someone who's over here and they toss stuff up periodically. Where are we? Oh, we're back here. Why can't I mount in half of these locations?
Traffic coming through lately?
This used to be.
Actually, yeah. I can't believe you remember that Shadow Machine, but yeah, that's pretty much exactly what Crimea was to me in EU4. IT7, by the way.
I found some food. Eat.
It was a fun run, Lataria. I eventually made Crimea a march, I'm pretty sure. And we're well on my way to painting the map green. Yes, that's also when the ruling on high as Sultan thing kind of became a thing. As we had Shadow Machine the 1st, 2nd, 87th, and 39th. I'm sorry, Drew Karpyshyn wrote Anthem? Oh, okay, he was one of the writers. I was gonna say... Even I don't think he's that bad. Jesus. I don't think it ever was, Latario. We did a lot of streaming back in the day, which we didn't archive because nobody wanted me to. How's that for irony?
You wanted to meet? Heskell.
Nope. A little too framed, but, you know, whatever.
I don't leave Zakuul for just anyone. Be honored.
You followed me.
I was invited. Heskell arranged all of this. The fool.
I don't have a theme for him. He's such a non-character. Nah. No. Sure. No, that's terrible. Yeah, do this.
If you wanted a fight, we wouldn't be talking.
I have the imagination to see many solutions to a dilemma. Unlike your friend, Scions have always worshipped at the false altar of fate. That is why I kill them. I am beyond prophecy. I forged my own destiny by making the hard choices. Now it's your turn.
You want to make a deal?
I'm not without mercy. Surrender. You will be returned to Carbonite until I find a way to rid you of my father.
And the others? Lana and Koth?
Free to leave. Without the Gravestone, of course. It belongs to the Eternal Throne. You understand?
Fear the snake who believes himself a dragon. My son will betray you.
I'm a busy man. Don't make me wait.
I think it's more like that the Force is just another player on the board, Crazy Norse. At least that's how I've always looked at it. The Force... Whether the Force is literally sentient or not, it definitely has a flow to it, right? There's definitely an intent of things should go this way, according to the Force. And it definitely tends to push things in that direction. See, the problem is, he just offered me a deal, right? And that deal was, I get nothing, but he gets everything he wants. This doesn't feel like a very good deal to me.
Wouldn't dream of it.
Come.
And if the game is going to try and insist that this Yahoo is my superior in every way, then
You leave me no choice.
I got a barn to sell you, boy. Yeah, no, he's... You know what he is? He's every other Sith.
You leave me no choice.
That I've ever seen. Ever. I am super powerful and amazing in every... He's a Sith. He's a Sith. There's nothing else here. He is a bog standard Sith. Just like his sister. He is by far the least interesting character I've met so far. The only thing he's got going for himself is the fact that he can howl every now and again and give me some interesting anecdotes on the radio. Now, I don't think he's negative territory, but the point is this guy is definitely not going to be a plus to story, at least at this point. And here comes that negative to story right now. Oh, hang on. Let me get some exciting music for what's going on here. Now, if you're considering whether or not this guy is stronger than the smuggler, yeah, I could see that.
Hey, Shiny! Do us all a favor and get those cannons firing, would ya?
This vessel's targeting algorithms were inferior. I'm upgrading them.
That is not a priority right now!
Improvement is always a priority. Activating firing pattern.
I actually agree with her on that thing. Nice shot! Jesus! Did you see that?
I take it all back. That's some good shooting.
Didn't that just go down near the Scion's hideout? Someone better check up on our Outlander.
I was wondering what was going to interrupt our duel. I'm with you on that, Damashi. Could he beat the Bounty Hunter? Yeah. Bounty Hunter's probably the strongest of the non-Force users in a straight-up fight, in my opinion. Agent? Yeah, I could see that. Trooper? I could see that. And Smuggler? I could see that.
Tell me you're alive.
Anyone else? Not so much.
Alive, yes. Intact, mostly. The Gravestone is under siege, but we're not leaving without you. Hold tight. I'm coming.
I'm not T7. Let's get out of here. Like, first of all, the Consular is a fairly powerful Jedi Master. Like, on the mage axis, primarily, even in story. Skydrovers! Remember that bit where we completely grab a gigantic door and just fling it aside? Because I remember that. It was a cool scene. Inquisitor? Well, as I've said before, the Inquisitor's primary skill is her ability to outmaneuver her opponents. But that doesn't mean she doesn't have a crap ton of ability to begin with. And then there is, of course, the two big ones. The Warrior, who is a wrecking ball, and the Sister of Takuvma. Now, unfortunately for us, we have just met our match because our greatest enemy is here. Sky Troopers. I mean, to be completely honest, I wouldn't, Dr. Winter. So I have a vague idea of a story thing, and I almost don't want to say it out loud, because I have a feeling that I'm actually right. But hear me out for a second. No, it's Act F. So, I don't think Arcann is that strong. And I don't think he should be. Hear me out for a second. So, he gets handed the reins of power, and he's not ready for it. And he doesn't really have the strength, or the personality, or the will, or the long-term planning, or the anything to hold the pieces together. The only thing he has is that throne. And don't think I haven't been paying attention. I noticed the throne itself is what's commanding the fleet. And all his power is resting on that fleet. That's what's keeping him in charge, right? Now, I'm not saying he's weak. I'm just saying he's nowhere near at the level of the playing field that he's fighting at. Why is this relevant? Because he doesn't have to be personally powerful in order to be the threat that he is. He could quite literally be a Krennic, and it would still work. No, he's not a Krennic. But my point is, he could be. He could be some random Force user who ended up killing his brother, almost accidentally, if I was reading that cutscene correctly, and isn't opposed by his sister, and Valkorion is playing his own game. So he just kind of ends up in charge. And yes, I realize I'm basically describing Darth Malak, but I still... Malak was a bit of a brute in combat. So I don't really mind Arcann being relatively weak. In fact, I think it's actually stronger, story-wise, if he is relatively weak, personally. Because it makes him a more interesting villain overall. He is literally a child who has been given these reins of tremendous power, and he has daddy issues out the wazoo. Don't blame him, Valkorion. And so he's, I've got to do this. I've got to make this happen. I've got to make this work. It's got to do that, and so forth and so on. Now, I will also admit, I am personally biased in this matter because the entire game has emphasized repeatedly how strong the 4 Force user classes are. It is actually a plot point in 3 of them, just how powerful we are. That's part of why I don't want Arcann to be stronger than us, because I don't mind a superpowered idiot who is very strong and doesn't have any control over it. After all, I like the concept of Kylo Ren. But in this case, in this specific game, I think it would work better if Arcann was a blunk. And that's Arcann, right? Make his sister the Vader, who actually has some power. Make him the moron who's on the throne, effectively just because he can placate his sister and he has the throne. End statement. And this could have been a moment that leads into that. Imagine if we start fighting him, we just start stomping him. We just start Kong, and he's just like, oh god, oh jeez, like, he's actually surprised, legitimately surprised at how much stronger we are than him. And so instead of us getting separated and him and us being like, oh, we gotta run, instead the wreckage comes down and he bails, right? He's just like, oh jeez. Anyways, I'm done. Did we successfully escape? Did we make it? This is a very tense moment. We've got to get out of here. Gotta get out. Oh no, it's...
The Outlander! Take her alive!
Hello?
Face justice!
What am I facing justice for? Killing a mass murderer? You know, there's got to be a level past mass murder. When you've killed millions, if not billions of people, like, I think mass murder stops having the scope and scale it needs to. Probably, Latario. The question queue is actually pretty full. We've been very dense in cutscenes, so I haven't been answering at the same frequency, and nor do I plan to, by the way.
Your carbonite tomb awaits!
A new thread weaves through fate's tapestry, as I foresaw.
Then Arcann told the truth. You did bring him here.
It was necessary, you will see. The Scions remain your allies. Each of them will return to you when it is their time to die.
No more Scions need to die. Tell me where they've gone and I'll protect them.
Their fates are sealed, like yours. I have no regrets. I have seen the future. It is glorious.
Arcann and I agree on one thing. You are a fool.
Isn't that from Blade 3, Wenlock?
Spare no one.
You always know just how to brighten my day.
I'm also vaguely irritated that she's that strong, but I can at least tolerate it because we haven't fought her yet. Plus, I don't know. The game's been doing a better job at establishing her as that powerful as opposed to the whiny child.
Should have gone to Dantooine!
You and me both!
There's a freighter headed for some place called Hutta.
Right, Troopers. I'm sorry. Wait, I just registered what she just said. Did you hear that? Oh, sorry. I'll try a summon as soon as I get out of combat. Sorry. We need to get out of here. I hear there's a freighter going to some place called Hutta. Is what the background dialogue was. Another thing this game does right. Alright, so story summon specifically. And while we're here. Yeah, they don't want to go to Dantooine, but Hutta? Well, you know, it sounds like it might work out. Oh, hey, it worked. Oh my god. He's dead! No, that's just the corpse. Never mind. Yeah, just join us in Hutta. It'll be fine. Everything will be fine. I still don't have a song for this part of the game. Here, hold there for a second while I think about this. Let's see. No, that's just warfing at that point, Malachor. Like, that's straight up warfing. Got Rivers. I suppose part of my irritation with the fact that Arcann is so strong is the fact that that's what every fiction does ever. Most people know this is Dragon Ball Z syndrome. Alright, we fought this person, but then this person, but then this person. Oh god, and then there's this person, and then there's this, and then, oh god, and it's just, after a while, it's like, okay, hold up. Where the hell have you been this whole time? Where is this coming from? Yeah, now we're killing gods. Okay. Like, proper storytelling is confusing as hell. Tends to recognize that there is a proper wavelength to power creep, as opposed to just keep always making the next guy stronger. The problem is, and the reason they do this, for those of you who've never heard me say this 7,000 times, is because it's an easy way to establish stakes and threat. If they're stronger than the previous one, then they're automatically threatening, right? God, they're super threatening because they're super powerful! They've got a fleet that can destroy everywhere. They've got an infinite supply of droids, and their leader's this mega Death Doom who can take on the strongest force user in the frickin' galaxy.
Tell me the hyperdrive isn't one.
Scorpio fixed it, but Arcann's forces locked the docking clamps. We're grounded.
We can't abandon the Gravestone. That fleet will tear us to shreds.
Karth and HK are en route to the control spar, but they need help.
Don't worry, the Gravestone's in good hands. Go get our captain, Blondie.
That.
I meant Miss Beniko.
What? Oh, great.
You weren't very nice to my brother. Now, we have to kill your friends.
Arcann was just a warm-up.
You've got a crush on me.
This is a family matter.
Okay. I'm a little confused by that. I'm actually extremely confused by that, but whatever.
Phelan.
Hello, Mother.
Koth and HK need us. Let's go.
What's funny is some of the cutscenes are really good in this expansion. And then sometimes the storyboarding specifically is just... And actually, I'm going to jot that down because we have a separate chapter for storyboarding. Oh yeah, Sky Troopers. Yeah, we need to drag out. We're only in Chapter 7, and there's 16 of these things, so we're nowhere near at the point where we can go fight the super powerful lady yet. I forget who said it in chat. It wasn't that long ago, but someone said this story would be really good with some tweaks and some edits. And the more I've been playing, the more I agree with that statement. I feel like this is a good skeleton of a story, but I don't think it's a good story. I think that it needed... Damashi said that. I think it needed more time. More polish. More effort. Whatever it actually was lacking, I'm not sure. I don't know the timeline here. I admittedly, it would make perfect sense to me. I don't know if this is true at all, but it would make perfect sense to me if what was happening here was they were effectively in a rush to push this out the door because Tor was struggling. Because BioWare was struggling because EA was glaring. And so they're like, let's go, go, go. And so this got kicked out half-cooked.
We must free the Gravestone. I've got you.
That's not a good sign at all, Malachar. Well, we do know Tor was successful as of last year. If that's true, so forgive me for sharing a little snippet with you once again. When it comes to an MMO in particular, there's a fine line. There's a gray area here, okay? On one side is listening to your customers too much. On the other side is listening to your customers too little. And there's a point in the middle there. That's where you want to be. We have seen several times what happens when MMOs listen to their customers too much. It's always bad. We also see what happens when they listen to customers too little. It is also always bad. If this expansion was made by listening to the customers too much, we have a problem.
Keep moving! I'll clean up behind you!
Yeah, ironically, we have seen both of those extremes in one MMO. Wow. Excuse me. So KotFE also has chapters. BFA. J. Palmer.
Come on, boys! Die on your feet! This is our turf! Don't give it up! I'll shoot any man who tries to run!
Hey, Tana. Which of the storylines beside Agent are good? Sith Warrior, Sith Inquisitor, Agent, and I'm willing to stop there, honestly. Oh, that sucks, Psychotic. I didn't know that. And no, you're absolutely right, Prisoners.
He controls turbo lifts, blast doors, docking clamps, you name it. We need the main override station. That's on top of the control spar. I sent HK to clear a path.
I have Star Wars, yes.
Accommodation. I have left you a trail of meat bags to follow, Master.
Oh.
I'm securing all doors to the control spar. No more reinforcements. We'll get in, but someone has to hold this choke point.
That's my job. Senya's busy with Valen at the Gravestone. It's up to you and KotFE.
Valen's at the ship? My crew.
I can reach the override station alone if I have to.
Everything depends on freeing the Gravestone.
She's right. Let's go.
There's this weirdly recurring thing. I don't know if you've noticed this. The game is funny. There's like 5 or 6 parts in the last hour alone where I've actually legitimately chuckled. And that may sound like minor praise, and it very much is not. Like, it's been decent. At least on the humor axis. I don't feel any of the stakes. I don't care about most of the plot or what's happening with the events here, and I feel no tension whatsoever. I like the characters. Excuse me. Oh, didn't let me choke this long. Yeah, exactly, Mylacor. That's a good way to put that. You mentioned earlier this is like junk food, and honestly, I'm kind of feeling you on that. But yeah, Kira White Noise shared an interesting little tidbit. This game was being worked alongside Dragon Age Inquisition in a post-Dragon Age 2 BioWare. That's interesting. Well, just think of them as helicopters instead of shuttles, and it'll make more sense, Count Zero.
Emperor Valkorion talks to you, right? He have any advice?
Dude.
Giving me the silent treatment.
He's probably got a lot on your mind. The Emperor's a great man. If anyone can help you take down Arcann, it's him.
If you knew what I do about him, you'd run. The man killed billions.
He was always good to Zakuul.
Dude! That's your defense against that?
Reminder, the Gravestone remains under siege.
God, dude. Wow! Like, that's just...
You're free from your father's control. You don't have to serve Arcann. You can stop this mad war.
And get the crap out of your forehead.
We didn't follow you when you left, Father. Why would we listen to you now?
Jesus, Caspian. Alright, we need to murder Caspian immediately. Donuts to whoever does it in the most creative way. $30 tons? Oh my gosh.
Control station's just ahead. Whatever happens, I want you to know, it's an honor to fight alongside you.
Follow me. I'll get you through this alive.
You stole my battle cry. Let's find that droid.
Right. What's funny is I like KotFE other than the fact that he's a horrifically evil human being. And that's just a weird sentence to say, but there it is. If only he wasn't extremely evil, I'd be cool. Yeah, blind anything is not going to endear you to me, Papa Neeks. Not even your blindness, Mike. Oh, I don't think Micromano's here right now. Damn it. Alright, whatever.
That's far enough, Outlander!
Okay. Aw, immune to knockback. Did you not just hear the conversation he just had? Seriously.
Judgment. Sky troopers annoy me.
Isaac, take you!
Judgment. Sky troopers annoy me.
Feel better?
Oh my god. Oh my god. HK-55 is my spirit animal. Did you just hear him? In case you didn't, what he said was, Judgment. Sky troopers annoy me.
There's a whole battalion of Zakuul Knights headed your way.
They're onto our plan.
Still can't find Arcann on the security grid. He's vanished.
Me and HK will handle those knights. Whatever it takes, get the Gravestone flying.
They knew.
Be ready to run when I give the word. Don't get reckless.
Me? Never. The droid? No promises.
Commentary. I am programmed for self-restraint. Usually.
We'll get this done. You do the same.
I mean, Britain. Crazy Norse.
KotF's military training
There's
is
a
on
lot of
orthodox,
examples
to
of that.
say the
Spain,
least.
Portugal.
Those knights don't know how to defend against him and HK.
Wait, they're wearing armor, Zendriak? I thought they were wearing crisps. With tissue paper. Sorry. I mean, it's valid, Crazy Norse. It is an unfortunately common mentality in human history. Wait a minute. No, I'm not going to make that joke. That's terrible. That's terrible. No, Mr. Red. What I'm going to do instead is stab Mr. Red. There we go. Now there's no more temptation. Mr. Red's dead.
Strange. I was expecting at least a token guard or...
Nice room. That's a lie. And that's why. No questions, Eleazar. Too many cutscenes. Too little time to answer questions. They really are Crazy Norse. I'll leave it in the queue for later, Eleazar. Don't worry.
Docking clamps have been released. I will prepare the ship for launch.
Music to my ears!
Everybody pile in! Go!
have unfinished business.
We do? Who are you again? By the way, back to our discussion, Malachor. You know the biggest reason why...
Don't touch me!
You know the biggest reason why Arcann is stronger than us? Because we're a smuggler. Or a bounty hunter. Or a trooper. Or an agent.
No one is invincible. You will fall.
You will hang on my wall for eternity.
I do like his lightsaber.
Die, meatbag!
Now you will die!
It makes sense, right? There's no way any reasonable Sith would be weaker than the four characters that are not Force users. So that's the final cherry on top.
To the void with you, Father.
Hell, even now, he doesn't even acknowledge that we're beating him. He thinks this is all Valkorian. God, you have got daddy issues, boy. When did Stormblood come out? What year?
To the void with you, Father.
Where did my helmet go?
Enough!
Self-sacrifice!
No. You're the best character in this whole game so far. Or this whole expansion.
I can't wait to meet all your friends.
My son is too strong.
No, he's not.
Need my power. Only together can we strike him down.
Although... we've given in once, for good reason, and resisted once. Thing is, he's not. I don't buy that. I don't buy that this guy is strong enough to deal with us. But no.
You can't tempt me. When Arcann's done, you're next.
And we're dead.
Father.
No!
Interesting, Malachor. He will, of course, live through that.
I thought I'd lost you.
You kinda did.
I think this might be the right time and place.
Stop talking.
The Gravestone's free! Get back or get left!
I've got you.
You know, that's a good question, John. I do like the lightsaber hole in our back here. Legit. But, so if we could survive being impaled on a lightsaber, what if Qui-Gon was still alive, just, you know, unconscious from blood loss? When they started burning him? Yeah, there's the debuff, by the way. Looks like it's a periodic stun, which could really get irritating, depending on how many troops they throw in our way. Let's see how they do. God, J. Palmer. You burned me to death! Yeah, I got it, Giga. We're almost into the 40s now. I'm still pissed they killed HK-55, especially for no reason, other than to establish how extremely strong and amazing and super awesome Arcann is. Not worth it. So I didn't mention it earlier, but he's the only character I've really, really liked so far. Like, some of the other characters are okay. HK-55 was fantastic.
I don't want to hurt you.
Kill her. Kill her.
I liked you better when you were dead.
No, of course you don't. Seriously, slice her head off. Oh, boo goddamn who, Crazy Norse. Her daughter is a horrifically evil monster who is also not her daughter.
They're in. Let's go.
Zero sympathy. Negative sympathy. Jesus Christ, I am so goddamn sick of that excuse in fiction. Hate that crap. I can't kill them. They're my brother. But they've mass murdered 7,000 people while laughing the entire time. But they're my brother. Throw some goddamn balls. Sick to death of that crap. If my mother was a mass murdering psychopath, I'd rip her head off myself. If I could. I'm probably strong enough. Absolutely, Mr. Red. If you were a mass murdering psychopath.
A lot of ships in that blockade.
I know.
Yeah, I'll feel sorry afterwards. It'll suck afterwards.
The Omni Cannon isn't ready. We can't shoot our way out.
I know.
Sorry, I'm gonna let it go. It's just, I'm extraordinarily sick of that in fiction. It's a really common thing. Okay, let's get some
opening fire.
Music going. Sorry.
I know. Hyperdrive's locked in. Punch it!
Really? Okay, I know that you like last-second escapes, but really? If my sister was a mass-murdering psychopath, I would kill her myself.
I was never worried.
Without hesitation.
Together nicely, Captain.
The Gravestone suffered minor hull damage.
We got her away. Yay.
This would have been avoided had I been allowed full access to the mainframe.
Minor hull damage, or you commanding an unstoppable alien warship? Decisions.
Let's cough on that one.
You dying? Can I have your stuff?
What do you think?
Understood.
Just making things clear.
Help us!
Look, I don't like her. I've been wanting to force choke her since I met her, so I had to go for that. What's the smuggler's option, Giga Pudding? Oh, sorry, this is like the contemplative, we just lost music. Hang on. I can't even find it. Where's it?
Oh, not dead then. The Outlander escaped.
An unexpected setback, but I learned much today. Father's powers changed. It's weaker.
Mother, let me live. I'm going to kill her.
Sure glad she let her live then. You know what?
Easy. Your body went through quite an ordeal.
What's her name?
We weren't sure you'd ever wake up.
Crazy powered one.
Never met anybody who took a lightsaber to the gut and lived to tell.
I shouldn't be alive. Not without special help.
If Valkorion is healing you, it's for his own purposes.
What happened while I was out?
The Gravestone is safe, but I lost some crew back on Asylum. If Senya hadn't saved the day, it would have been a lot worse. Len can't stop thanking her. It's gotten embarrassing. I still don't trust Senya. She was there when it mattered.
I always will be.
We did suffer another loss. I assume you were present when HK...
Arcann destroyed his body, completely. But if his personality matrix was copied to a memory core...
It wasn't. He always said he didn't want to live forever.
The HK unit was an inferior design. It was always destined to become scrap.
I will deactivate you.
Lana told us this all started when Heskel summoned you.
Heskel's dead. He's the one who brought Arcann to Asylum. Said it was destiny.
And the other Scions?
He claimed they're still on our side. They'll find us when the time's right.
With allies like them, we don't need enemies.
If we're done depressing each other, how about sharing the good news?
The Battle of Asylum showed the galaxy Zakuul isn't invincible. My contacts in the core worlds have thrown their support behind us, behind you. You're about to become the leader of an alliance dedicated to bringing down the Eternal Throne one...
Oh my god, it's a BioWare game!
...waiting on a planet called Odessen. If you're up for it, we should say hello.
Let's not keep them waiting.
Here we go again.
I don't really mean that as a negative. But come on, that's like the BioWare thing. We've got to unify these people together in common cause against a super death foe of doom, right? I mean, come on. How many BioWare games do that? I found these treaties while we were down there. And I got this Prothean information beamed in my brain. I'm not mad about that, really. I'm not. I like that format. Chapter 9. The Alliance. Sure, Malachor, what do you got? What do you got for me? The Return of the Empire's Wrath. I was just gonna say Mass Effect and Dragon Age, Django. You know, most of their libraries.
Odessen, huh? Could it be there's really a place where no one wants to kill us?
I handpicked it myself. We'll be safe.
Are we sure it's wise to leave Scorpio in control of the bridge?
Got the ship locked down. She can't go anywhere without my approval.
I hope you're right.
So why this world?
Remote, unsettled, and strong in the Force. But unlike Korriban or Tython, Odessen is altogether balanced.
How did you find it?
I've always had a strong affinity with the Force. It's what set me on this path to begin with. Led me to forge a certain alliance all those years ago.
With the Republic?
I meant with you. Well, here we are.
I suppose we should switch playlists here, but I don't know what to put here.
This is your new alliance.
Let's do this. Well, no, we need a theme for us. Oh, you know what? I just wiped out half of everyone in the universe, but that's okay because I figured out what theme we should use here. Give me 1 second. That's exactly what I was thinking. Nero says that's funny. Give me a sec. I gotta find it because I want to use the new version. And I'm not sure where that is. I think it's here. Nope. 1 second. Where did I put you? Oh, it's under Castle, isn't it? Yeah, there it is.
It's a good start.
We all had a hand in getting here, but you've been the center. You made it possible.
I haven't done much, to be completely honest. We very technically killed Valkorion. Wink. I was gonna say, we finally have some place other than the frickin' space station. I like it. We can give an inspiring speech or an oppressive speech.
I'd like everyone's attention. The galaxy as we knew it is gone. The institutions we know have fallen, but we can't let that be a source of panic or defeat.
Why am I so quiet all of a sudden?
We have an opportunity to build something together. An alliance each of us can be vested in. We don't all share the same ideologies, but every one of you is here because you believe we can transcend our differences.
I'm suddenly having a base builder Star Wars game idea in my head. Anybody else just getting that vibe? No, it's just me? Okay.
I believe it too. Either we succeed together, or we fail alone.
Ooh, I like it, Nerza.
Let's not fail.
Oh, and you could build ships. Not many, like not a whole fleet, but you could build like a ship. And that's like your support ship. And you could super customize it, and it can either go on missions for you, or stay back to defend the base with the rest of your emplacement. Oh, I like that idea.
Like what you've done with the place.
Baron Shan.
Hadn't seen you in a while. Wasn't sure you'd remember me.
It's great to see you again, Theron.
Good. Wasn't sure based on what Lana said you went through. What you're going through. Been a long 5 years. Feels like everything's changed.
Why didn't you get me up to speed?
I will, but before we dig into the big stuff, I've got something for you.
You found my people?
No luck so far, but
Needs work! A lot of work!
Speaking as someone who's animated objects before, it's harder than it sounds to make a ship look natural as it's flying. I just wanted to comment on that, because they're getting a lot better about it.
Official stuff. I'll be inside.
Also, can we get Tora out of my ship, please? Or I'll kill her. Okay, that's not true. But I will be most wroth. Oh my god, players! Holy crap, players exist in this game? No!
Here, this will help.
Okay, so we get... What is that? PvP mission terminal. Got it. So, let's get this out of the way. What are Alliance alerts? Possibly Latario? Someone just joined me in death. As all people will someday. Side missions to get companions. Okay. Well, you know what I really wish? I wish I could go spend $40 to just get HK-55 back. That would be awesome if that was an option. I do remember that, Giga Pudding. Alright, so that's what Alliance alerts are. What are Star Fortresses? Dungeons that look the same. That does not sound super awesome, gonna be real. But, oh, you know what? Yeah, hang on. Where is that song? I don't think it's been slotted yet, so it would be right here. It's not, but it will be right here, because I was in the wrong playlist. Here we go, this is what I want. Let's check this place out a bit. Yeah, I can even mount. Holy crap. So I'm hearing that we're skipping Star Fortresses and Alliance missions. Is that what I'm hearing here?
I've got you.
I'm fine with that. I just want to clarify. That's fair. We should probably do at least one Star Fortress. And, like, one Alliance mission. It looks like we haven't actually unlocked them yet. I was going to judge the hub, but apparently I don't have access to the hub yet. Well, let's go do the quest first. It's been weirdly stressful trying to come up with music for some of this true run. It's like, I'm already stretching my attention in 7 directions.
Squadron run like that will fail without detailed schematics. We need hangar positions, defensive capabilities. It would also help if we understood how to disrupt the power core.
I cannot divine such information.
Happy Hunt! 50 pluses to everything.
Unless, that is, we could extract such data in secret.
Don't look at me. I've snuck into some crazy places, but stations like these are another deal altogether.
All right, we'll table it for now. We have company.
Need some help?
With Arcann's battle stations, we will, as soon as we understand them. We're building a healthy alliance, but it's not enough. The core worlds are still under the threat of Arcann's considerable reach. Now, I've assembled a team of specialists to help tackle the big questions and find potential recruits.
Dr. Javad Ilib Ogarob. I'm no biologist, but I admit I'm fascinated by the effects of long-term carbonite poisoning on your mental faculties.
Baywan Ego, former fleet admiral in the Republic Navy. Discharged, but still in this fight.
Hilo Viz. Sure you've heard of me. Broke the toughest blockade in galactic history. Republic's greatest outlaw hero, basically.
Your visage surfaced in my trials. I am the mystic Sana Ray. I will assist you.
Exactly what problems are you all working to solve?
Exactly all of them. Logistics, intelligence, military, technology. And don't get me started on the Force.
If I may be so bold, I would ask a favor of you. I have my trained eye on a promising recruit. A Gand of all creatures. If you'd like to go over the details, you may find me in my splendid new laboratory.
So that's the team. Any questions?
I won't take any more of your time. I look forward to working with you all.
A pleasure to meet in person.
Good luck out there.
Thanks for dropping in.
Should feel better now.
Well, that explains that. There's the 4 categories of purples I've been getting for forever. I will be right back. Hang on, actually. Let's make sure we don't play random music next. Here we go. We've already had the option to kill one of them, count 0, but I'm totally in favor of being capable of killing companions. We must Just really quiet. We must kill companions. It's the only way. Really? That works. What? What? No. Where? This mission can be repeated one more time. I mean, killing Brunemark's nice and all, but, like, I got stuff to do, you know what I mean? I got things going on. I do like killing Skadge. That is fun. There's a game I haven't played in a while, Spore. If we ever reviewed Spore, it would actually be a really short review, believe it or not.
Should feel better now.
I'd probably do essentially 2 playthroughs, maybe 3. Hit Space Stage and say, alright, here's what Space Stage is. And then start the second playthrough, and then the third playthrough, and then, you know, the end.
Excellent. I have been looking forward to our collaboration.
What? This... You changed the dialogue options on me. I know, Krenzler. Call me one of those weirdos. I actually rather enjoy Spore until you get to the Space Stage. And then it just, it nosedives so hard. God damn. Sorry, off topic. Just... So yeah, I was about to say, we're suddenly playing KOTOR 3. Wait a minute.
Interesting. Not entirely without potential, though I can't help but to have at least some reservations. Lana, for her part, insists that you possess the skills necessary, and as she has given me no cause to doubt her judgment, I shall take her at her word. It is no secret that against the Eternal Empire we stand at a massive technological disadvantage. In fact, that is almost an understatement. My role here is to coordinate the Alliance effort to understand the Eternal Empire technology, and to develop our own to bring us to an even footing. The task is daunting indeed, which is what makes it exciting. To succeed, we must gather scientists, researchers, and representatives from the galaxy's many sentient species for their fresh perspectives.
If you can't read that, I keep picking Stay Quiet, but this time it doesn't say Stay Quiet. It says he's on a roll. Why interrupt him now?
I do. An exceptional Gand, both a findsman and an engineer by trade, is currently located in Zakuul's Old World district. Findsmen have a unique perception of reality. They can intuit what others struggle to grasp at all. A findsman who is also an accomplished engineer. I salivate to contemplate the contributions such an individual would make to our cause. I have forwarded to you our information concerning Yoon. For now, I must return to my art. Without even saying a word, you have managed to leave me inspired. Truly impressive. I must create.
They say that about me. That I just inspire people just by, but what is... Oh, that's actually, it's an Alliance alert. There you go. Okay, cool. Sure. I assume we want to do that first. Because it feels like it. In fact, actually, where are we? There we are. Okay. The wrong way is what I'm doing. Okay.
Should feel better now.
What I'm debating is how many of the alerts I want to do. I know. We're supposed to do as much of the content as possible. We're already skipping secondary quests for the sake of sanity. No, I'm not muted. Nice try, though. I'm afraid I must now kill you. Oh god! Oh god! Okay, so imagine some Sith Lord, just some random Sith Lord, is streaming and can choke people through the stream. So like a, you know, a troll shows up and tries to spoil something. Well, I'm gonna go talk to Vet really quick. Hey, Vet, I need you to... Right, okay. I'm gonna go talk to my droid, which is still here, because of course she is. Alright, where are those stupid things? So there's the smuggled goods, there's the military equipment. I thought I had more than that. What are these? Those are prefabs. That's a crafting thing. Can I put them in here? Nope. Oh well. I love how many hyper spots we could go here. But Destin, it's cool. Divinity Original Sin 1 was an interesting experimental... Like, it was a first game. I know it's not their first game. But DOS 1 was flawed and problematic and broken, and frankly, its story is so generic I would have trouble summarizing it to you right now. But I really loved what they did with the combat, and me and my friends have had a lot of fun doing it. It's also a fairly strong co-op game, and as a result, I've played it through co-op more than once. Yeah, proof of concept game. Even though DOS 1 is absolutely stomped by DOS 2, I still think DOS 1 is interesting enough to warrant its own merit.
Take a breath.
Sorry. When did the Byzantine Empire reach the point of no return? The moment the Ottomans showed up. I mean that sincerely. The moment the Ottomans became a real power, that was game for the Byzantines. Let's see. How long do I think Tor has left? It's a good question. If you asked me that question a year ago, I would say it's got plenty of life left in it. I don't know its recent financial figures, and those are the only figures anybody cares about when it comes to making those decisions. The money people, as I like to call them. So, I don't know. As weird as it sounds, it doesn't matter if the raid or the PvP or the questing community is alive. What matters is how much money it's bringing in. We've seen before that MMOs can subsist off of very small player bases as long as they're still paying money to the MMO in question. So, again, I don't know modern sales figures. I only know as recently as last year's, which is the last time I looked into it. It's a long trip. Oh my god. No, I saw it, Melikor. I'll be paying attention. Thank you. Hi, Yoon. I never liked you as a character. Oh. Am I not voice acted all of a sudden? Oh my god, I'm not voice acted, am I? Oh my god, I'm not voice acted. I don't know what I think about that. I'm not reading this out loud, not with my throat being the way it is. Sorry. That's not happening. Sure. Yeah, Django hates quality, as we all know. But that is interesting, though. I'm really not sure what I think about that. So let's just talk this out a little bit. On the first hand, I hate it because we're not voice acted, and all of the player characters, all of them, have good voice acting, with one notable exception. On the other hand, there's a lot of logic and a lot of reason behind not having things being fully voice acted. It is actually specifically the reason why the ridiculous majority of MMOs do not have full voice acting. However, it's also worth noting in the exact same note that there's a reason pretty much every MMO out there has been drifting more and more towards more voice acting the further they get into their games. Guild Wars 2, Final Fantasy XIV, Star Trek Online, and WoW have all had more voice acting as time goes on, not less. However, again, so we've already had a plus and a negative. Let's go another direction here. Most of those games only have to voice for, so many characters. This one has to voice for 16. That's 16 actors who have to have slight variants of lines on each other, and then have to say all those lines, especially when doing that many dialogue options. So it's certainly, like, from a purely management perspective, it makes tons of sense, because they want to save money and time. That's the end. There's no arguing that. There's no debating that. There's no nothing. The question is whether that's negative or anything else, and we're gonna have to see, I think, on that. Sure, Elizar, why not? Why did everyone hate that Sylvanas burned down the World Tree? You're joking, right? Like, that's a joke. You're trying to make me laugh because you realize just how bad my mood has been today. Because that is the funniest thing I've heard all day. Oh, God, don't make me laugh, Elizar. Oh, okay. Okay, I'm not dying. I'm not dying. Yep, pick up the device. Yeah, okay. I'm not going to answer you, Elizar, okay? Now, I'm going to explain why I'm not going to answer you. Because you just asked me, what started World War II? And while I could tell you World War I, that doesn't actually answer it. I cannot summarize for you the lengths and depths and complexity of how much went into the burning of Teldrassil. How much of a misstep it was for the community, how much of a tone-deaf thing it was in lore, how much it actually contradicted pre-existing characters and it caused character assassination, etc., 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 etc. It was a universally negative story point, and it never should have happened. How would Valen respond if her boyfriend cheated on her? So first, she'd kill all the people her boyfriend cheated on her with, and the people her boyfriend was near when that happened, and then her puppy. Then she'd have sex with him. How would I make it? How would I make it clear that Arcann was stronger than Force-using characters? Again, I wouldn't. Could the DCAU Justice League take down the world's military if it existed in real life? The DCAU's Justice League. I'm gonna say no. Even the real life military. Let's see here. Do I feel for Senya since she's a loving mother? Would I be okay with Vitiate devouring the fawn? On the one hand, yes. On the other hand, no. Because, now we just have a stronger Vitiate. But wait! Wait. Maybe. Oh my god! Oh my god! It's back! You see it? It's back!
Should feel better
It's
now.
back! It just won't leave us alone. This is 3 separate planets where that's been happening. The fact that it's the exact same bug every time. Oh, apparently we're on the same planet. I don't know. Apparently we're on the same planet. Fine. 3 separate zones then. Is that better? Jesus Christ. Okay. Yep, no, nothing to complain about. Everything's normal here. Everything's fine. Whoa, camera. Shoot, I turned around on that one. What we could do is we can make it so that Vitiate eats the Vong, but then because of their... it actually makes him no longer have any force power, and so now he's just a normal person. So I'm okay with that. We'd get rid of two problems with 1 stone. With it. Yeah, let's delete a bunch of these questions. Since God of War is going for a world where multiple mythologies share the same universe, do you think God of War's version of Italy, Roman gods are present? No. I think what they would do is they would say that there's the Greek gods, and they keep calling them something else over there. It's weird. I don't know. They keep coming up with different names. I wouldn't worry about it, though. Those Romans, they're... You know what I mean.
I've got you.
Let's see here. If Vitiate lost his force power, wouldn't he die? I sure hope so! Luke is considered to be comparable to his father in skills as a pilot. Would you say the same of Luke's affinity for technology? No. In the EU, at least. Definitely not. Anakin was just a weirdly good builder. Yeah, he had a lot of skills, actually. It's kind of weird, but anyways. Have you not been in for the vaults? Oh, I actually already answered that one. And I answered that one. I actually answered a lot of these. What is the bedrock of the Lord of the Rings setting? The nonsense stuff that I hate would be the answer to that question. All the higher end stuff. Like, just all of it. You say that, Django. What would you do if they just were like, I mean, I know you wouldn't do anything, you don't give a damn. But like, what would you in chat? Be like, oh my god, it turns out that somehow Vitiate is alive in like the next big movie or the next big show in modern times in the AU. Hang on. I'm going to put out a hit on Jay Palmer. Anybody wants to execute Jay Palmer, please do so immediately. Just kill him. Just kill him. Quick! Quick!
Should feel better.
Tell me, Acolyte, what does the return of our great Zildrod mean?
And yes, whoever asked that, Darren DePaul is definitely still Darren DePaul. That is not a fact that has changed.
I've got you.
If I had the power, what things in Dragon Age Origins would I eject from the story other than Oghren? I wouldn't get rid of Oghren, actually. Oghren is really well written, surprisingly so. He is covered in a lot of booze and a lot of filth, but he's actually a very well written character. What am I listening to? I would, however, get rid of the City Elf origin in its entirety, along with the other Elf origin in its entirety. Not just because of my, distaste for the City Elf thing, but because they don't fit at all within the greater purview of the story.
Take a breath.
At least both dwarves have something relevant to a major section of the story. And at least, The what? What is the companions in context window? And at least the human noble has, direct connection to the main plot.
Yeah.
And of course, the mage is actually the canon main character. Companions and contacts, huh? Which is the N button. I see. This is new. I'd probably just erase them. If you really put a gun to my head, I'd be okay with getting rid of the dwarves too, but ultimately I just keep the dwarves and the mage. Maybe human noble. That one's possibly axable as well. So I found you your stuff. Yep. I'm in tune with the stuff, and it's super great, and it's awesome. Yeah, it's cool. Can we get on with this, please? So, that's incredible. Thank you, Yun. Okay, cool. Let's go. Let's get a sub from Carwelas. I can... I think I'm being misled here. Yep, nope, definitely misled. Alright, that's cool. That's cool. Do this instead. Right? Yep, nope, okay. Just double checking. Well, there's an old saying, Latara, you don't want to spread yourself too thin. And I think Dragon Age Origins should be more centered in, more focused. That being said, if we were going to go that route, we could make Dragon Age Origins all about being a mage, and then Dragon Age 2 all about being a dwarf, and then Dragon Age Inquisition all about being an elf. Thank you very, very much, Carwelas. I will put that towards Thief 1. Uh-oh, Brigand's being sinister. I need a shooter. Where'd you go? Die, Brigand. Damn it! I keep shooting overhead. The stupid tank! Oh, whatever. The Qunari? That'll be Dragon Age 4, which will, of course, never come out. I mean, think about it. Origins is much more focused on humans and mages than anyone else. 2 is much more focused on dwarves. 3 is much more focused on elves. And we've got room for Qun in 4. I'm not sure, Mike Demono. Like, I'm really not. So I was told a recent term applied to video games, which I've never heard it applied to video games before. It's called table stakes, which is actually a poker term. But the concept of table stakes is the idea this is what the default is. This is what is considered to be the default. Very common when it comes to movies. It's one of the reasons why there's such things as the threat of the week and the romance of the week, is because those things are considered required. They are effectively checklists, right? You have to fill out the checklist. That's what that means. What do you want to bet? That one of the biggest reasons why they let you pick your species, even though it's arguably to the detriment of the game and the narrative, is because it's a table stakes.
Ah, Commander, there you are. Well done. Yoon arrived a while ago, and I must confess I am already impressed. Immediately upon his arrival, he told me he could feel that I was seeking. After a brief meditation, he located a precision torque spanner that I had lost months ago. And then, as if it were no more challenging of a thing, he pointed out the solution to a thruster heat dissipation problem that I've been staring at for the past week. How did he put it? I believe he said something about watching the river of heat, looking to where it met the sea. Simply marvelous.
I'm glad you're happy, Happy Hut.
Continue to recruit for us individuals of such bold talent and insight, Commander. I suspect we will see tangible results rather soon indeed. I do not have any recruitment leads at this time, but I will send you an alert if I learn anything. In the meanwhile, this reflection has excited me all over again. My mind floods with inspired designs I must create.
Happy Hut continues to be awesome.
Take a breath.
What else?
You have my thanks.
You're welcome. I guess. Well, then we just disagree on that, Dr. Winter. I'm afraid I must now kill you for disagreeing with me. But I don't have my donut on me, I'm sorry. Your death will have to wait.
Greetings. I am not the first mystic you have met.
Nope.
I am honored. When my vision showed I must take many Voss.
Oh wait, I'm not an agent.
An outsider.
I guess you are.
And enter a war. Great caution was exercised. My vision was given to 5 different interpreters. All 5 interpretations aligned. Thus, I am here.
Cool.
Your gratitude is unnecessary. We do what we must to protect Voss. As was seen, we have built an enclave for those gifted in the Force. Here they will meditate, train, and grow. I also meditate, awaiting visions of those who will yet join us.
So your plan is to have Jedi and Sith openly training with each other.
Your concerns are misplaced. There will be conflicts. Tempers will flare. The Enclave will survive it and grow stronger. I have also brought several Voss training in the Force. Some proficient, some beginners, all learning.
Thank you.
Thank you. But gratitude is unnecessary. The Enclave must grow, but it requires your support to do so. I meditate. My visions reveal those who might join. You will attempt to recruit them. My visions also showed many artifacts and Force relics gathered here. The task of retrieving them also falls to you. With the relics, we will learn and grow. Our alliance will spread across the stars. I must return to meditation. As outsiders like to say, good luck.
Hey, Mr. Could I ask you a favor, please? Could you tell me how many negatives Xenos got? It's a little more complicated than my last question, but I'm just curious. Yeah, just under character, not under boss or plot or moment or several of the other things that Xenos got negative, just for character. So Lataria says, do you think Faye knew about Kratos' past? Who is Faye?
I've got you.
Do I think we could survive the dinosaur-killing asteroid? Yes. As we did just a few days ago. Weakest era of Star Wars. Post Return of the Jedi AU. No question.
Sir, welcome to your Alliance's military headquarters. Pleasure to have you here.
Hi. You're cool.
I'm relieved to hear it, Commander. We've got the Eternal Empire out there now, and it's going to take all of us working together to even have a chance of stopping them. My job here is to coordinate the Alliance's military and strategic intelligence assets. That said, we're too small to accomplish much right now. We're going to need to start by growing, which includes both recruitment and securing additional material. Let me know if and when you're looking to help. We've got plenty of work to go around.
It's actually really funny. So, Before I asked that question out loud, I actually Googled God of War Fae and returned nothing. You are spelling it right. Google just failed me on this one. Yes, is my answer to you. Theoretically, couldn't any Sith replicate Vitiate's ritual anathema? Yeah. Absolutely. I plan to do it on Earth, actually. Once I've evacuated a few people. How do you bring fantasy concepts like adventurers or elves into modern setting? Well, first you sit and you think about what those mean, what those do, how to do them. Then you give up, and you go look at, oh my god, I can't think of the name of it. The setting that already did that. And copy them. Shadowrun, thank you. God damn.
Well, if it isn't the new commander. We didn't get much of a chance to talk earlier. You lost? Or just slumming it down here with the likes of us?
Who are you?
How have you never heard of Hylo-Viz? Oh, right, the carbonite poisoning. The doctor warned us that might have messed with your head a bit.
Excuse me?
Rub it in. Anyway, I'm Hylo-Viz, one of the best freelance transport captains the galaxy has ever seen. Might be the best, but I try not to brag.
Right. Good to meet you.
Remember how the Mandos blockaded the hiding way during the war? How Coruscant was on the brink of starvation and riots until some hero came along, broke the blockade, and saved the planet? Well, that hero was me. Not that I have anything against Imps. I was never officially with the Republic or anything. I just did it for the money. A whole awful lot of money. No hard feelings?
That happened decades ago. You don't look that old.
That's a bit complicated. Suffice it to say, I wound up laying low in a stasis cell for a long time. Didn't know it would freeze my aging, too, but I'll take it. Anyhow, I'd give you the grand tour, but we're all pretty busy. The Alliance needs a lot to keep it going. Food, equipment, weapons, ships, and it needs to get everything without popping up on Arcann scanners. That kind of work takes a true professional. Someone who knows where to look, how to ask, and who to ask. So, naturally, your friends went and found the best. Yours truly to run the supply into this operation. I make sure you get what you need without raising any eyebrows. All at perfectly reasonable contract rates, plus hazard premiums and a discretion fee.
Nothing helps keep secrets like a steady flow of credits.
One of the great truths of the galaxy, Commander. Fact is, a lot of freighter captains are happy just to have steady work from someone who won't shoot them in the back when it's time to pay up. All the same, I have to admit I've stretched my network of contacts pretty thin. If this alliance is going to get much bigger, we're going to need a lot more help. Smugglers, bounty hunters, maybe even pirates. Anyone who has useful skills or just knows their way around the underworld. You find anyone good, bring them in. I've always got my ear to the ground, too. If I find any promising leads, I'll let you know. Oh, one last thing. While you're out and about, you ever find a Deveronian by the name of Galt Renault or Tiresias Loci? You let me know. Need to put a few holes into that backstabber. Long story.
Never heard of him.
Take a breath.
My next objective is to relax in the cantina. No, even as a bounty hunter, that would be my reaction. Never heard of him. Sure. I would never work with someone like Galt. Whoever he is. That sounds like a made-up name anyways. Yep, they sure are a giga. And they're gone forever.
Here, this will help.
Does Bender from Futurama qualify as an evil party member? Yes. What do I think of having no companions again? Hate it. Wait, what are you two doing here?
So then I finally decided I was fed up with all the bullying and intimidation. I told her, no, go do it yourself, you insufferable organic.
Hi, 2B.
Oh, Master, oh my, you're still alive. How unfortunate that I was not able to find you sooner. How long have you been standing there?
Hypothetically speaking, which limb would you say you need the least?
All of my limbs exist only to serve you, Master. Therefore, I would say they are all vital. Have I mentioned how incredibly terrifying and lethal you look today? Oh, I've just remembered our ship needs a thorough dusting. I'll be going to take care of that then.
Who needs a voice drama? I've got choices. Only 2 character negatives, wow.
The new commander. Greetings. I am C2N2, steward of this facility. It is my extreme good fortune to serve you.
One of the dialogue options is walk away. I already have one protocol droid and I hate his guts.
Ah yes, the 2V series Imperial Protocol droid. A model of efficiency and deferential fear. However, I can assure you that I provide the highest possible level of logistics support, protocol services, and comfort enhancement. There are so many people within this facility. I am truly beside myself with excitement at the sheer number of lives I can now make more comfortable. I have gathered all of my remaining comfort supplies in preparation. Unfortunately, there are not enough to completely pamper a facility of this size. But that is no excuse not to do everything I can. I simply need to be efficient and apply my efforts where they will provide the greatest joy. Perhaps you could help me, Master. As someone who knows the people here, you are well equipped to determine which comforts would be most suitable for each part of the base.
So who was asking me if I dislike Vitiate or Xenos less or more, however you want to phrase that? A chance to inflict you on the rest of the base? Please sign me up.
Excellent, Master. Let us begin at once. I shall explain each of the comfort-enhancing items available, and you will designate where to send them. No more than one per area, though. We must be fair.
So Xenos got 11 negatives, Star Wars. So I think that answers you.
I have several modified food processor control chips. These will produce low-calorie meals, which are still highly nutritious. I can personally construct some portable, non-perishable meals, allowing people to eat properly no matter where they might go. I have a variety of extra pillows and padding for seat cushions, a simple yet often overlooked method for enhancing contentment. Finally, I have a supply of synthetic Alderaanian nectar. I have no sense of smell, but I'm told its aroma is utterly sublime when run through air circulators. Where should we allocate the modified food processor control chips?
So options are research, underworld, military, and force. So for food, let's put that in the military wing.
Yes, Master. Where should we allocate the portable non-perishable meals?
Shoot, that should have been military. We'll give them to the force sensitives.
As you say, Master. Where should we allocate the additional seat cushions?
That's obvious. We'll send that to the research lab.
At once, Master. That leaves the Alderaanian nectar for Captain Viz and our logistics crews.
Perfect.
Excellent, Master. I shall get started at once. You should check in with each of the specialists. I'm sure they'll wish to praise the improvements we've surely made to their daily lives. Let me know how it goes. You should check in with each of the specialists. I'm sure they'll wish to praise the improvements we've surely made to their...
Sure. First, thank you. Thank you, Papa Neeks. I do always appreciate you. I will put that towards Blood Dragon. Thank you. We'll see how that works out. No, I searched myself, Mr. Red. I don't know if you heard me. I found 11. 11 negatives. Only took me a few seconds, too.
Take a breath.
But thank you. I didn't think it would take that much time versus that little time. So who would win? C2? 2V. Let's go have a chat here. What's going on, buddy? How you doing, Agaragagagu, aka Happy Hut?
Commander, someone has installed extra padding on all the seats in the lab, plus any other surface that could be mistaken for one. It must have been that meddlesome protocol droid. Assuming this isn't some passive-aggressive slight against myself as a Hutt, these cushions are putting dust and feathers into the air that are interfering with our sensitive work. Not to mention the fact that at least one of them has proven to be disturbingly flammable. I've had them removed. Tell that droid to cease this nonsense.
You got it.
Better now.
Oh yeah. We're well on our way. I wonder if we got all of them wrong.
Should feel.
Hey, look, there's a quest in there that I could do instantly and just be done with it, and it can be done. Just like that. Hey, hello.
Hey, Commander. I just had half my crew waste most of a day tracking down a leaky cargo container. Turns out the smell was just that blasted C2 droid playing around in our air circulators. What a giant waste of time. That droid is more trouble than he's worth.
You're welcome. Listen, Giga, all I'm saying is that I could be flirting with, I guess Theron this entire time. I could do it, Giga. It could happen. Yeah, what's up, Mr. Red?
Should feel better now.
Ah, damn it. I was actually trying to get all of them wrong.
Commander, that C2 droid just did something kind of amazing.
Yeah.
Food processors in our barracks, and now everything they're making is nutritionally optimized. Some of the troops might complain a bit, but this will be great for keeping our forces in fit fighting shape. If you see that droid, thank him for me.
Yeah, if you were paying attention, I actually mentioned, oh, I screwed up when it came to the military rations, because I was mistaking which food thing was which. So I was trying to get all four wrong. That close.
Should feel better now.
Commander, C2N2 is leaving food in the Enclave. This is unnecessary, distracting. Please stop it.
You got it. So out of curiosity, what is the correct thing, now that I don't care? You know what we could do, Giga? So we've got Vector, Theron.
Take a breath.
Who's your third boy toy? I can't remember your third one. So the food chips for military. Yeah, pillows for the Jedi. Okay, meals for the smuggler. Nectar for Jedi. What's that? What, do you have a fourth and a fifth, Giga? Just tell me who they are. It's cool. It's cool. I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying you make a big pile. It's just arrange a pile on your ship.
Master! We're
And
on
you can just jump into the pile like it's a bunch of leaves.
Oh, I see. Well, At least we were partially successful. I believe we can do better, Master. Surely there is a way to make everybody happy. Fortunately, I have enough comfort supplies remaining to try again. Please, Master, help me fix the situation. I understand, Master.
Yep, no, we're done. We're done. We're done. Alright, so. Really, Giga? Alright, fine. We'll just clone Theron like 3 or 4 times, okay? And then we'll clone Vector 3 or 4 times. Then we'll have our pile.
New allies.
I'll drink to the second part.
Do you even recall the last time we relaxed?
I can. It was 2.6 million years ago, and Senya was still a jerk.
And to think I was going to sing for you all tonight.
You were what? Ah, come on. I have got to hear this.
Too late now.
Theron, you can't let the weight of the galaxy rest on your shoulders all the time.
Isn't that why you talked me into coming here? To lighten your load?
I brought you here because you're good.
Hey, look who it is. Don't worry, didn't really start without you.
Yes, we've only just begun. I wasn't sure you'd attend.
Yeah, but you can't kiss Arcann. He's got the face mask. It's like kissing, you know, Malik. It doesn't work out, you know what I mean?
A chance to unwind after what we've been through is exactly what we need.
You are exactly correct. Now get this guy to cheer up.
I'm reasonably cheery. I'm joining in. And now you are too.
I was hoping to have a talk with one of you first.
Oh, and who might that be? Lana, spare a moment? Of course.
That's true.
I think I'll go.
It's really...
Yeah, of course. See you later.
Really easy to tongue Malik's throat.
It's quite something, isn't it? So much more than the last alliance we formed. What I suspected when we aligned with Theron, Satil, and Darth Mar has borne out. I may have initiated events, but they would never have coalesced without you.
I should be dead inside a metal tomb right now. You were determined to break me out.
No, that's not... The truth was right in front of me, but I didn't want to believe it. I thought you were the only one to stop Arcann simply due to your capabilities, but now I see. This is destiny. Your destiny.
No, it's not.
It goes against everything I know to be true, but it's there. It's real.
No, it's
We
not.
got here because we worked hard and made the right decisions. Had some luck, and that's all there is to it.
I would love to agree with you. You know that I would, but... Well, I don't suppose we should keep everyone waiting.
Good night, prisoners.
Are you kidding me?
Look at my serious face. You tell me if I'm lying.
Those two decide to get drunk.
Such a Lana thing to do.
I know, isn't it?
What are you two discussing?
Nothing. Definitely not anything about any abductions on Rishi.
Nice to see you two could bond over something.
Hey, have you seen Senya? Has anyone seen Senya?
Koth, she's not hunting you anymore. You're going to have to trust her eventually.
You can't just make someone forget their past just
What
like that.
is going on with my head and my armor? What the
hell?
That
should be fun.
I need to schedule some...
I didn't realize that was me at first.
Reminds me of my advisor days.
That's my real helmet. That's the actual armor I have on right now. But it shouldn't be showing under, like, any circumstances.
Thanks, all of you. It means a lot that you're here.
Likewise, Outlander.
Tora, Len, let's go, you miserable lightweights.
Oh, shut up!
I can make it stop hurting, Tora. Yeah, I think we just failed to lock in a romance, Arcann. That's fine. Nobody actually wants to be romantic in this game. Yeah, I'm just curious, what do we got here? Yeah, this is what we actually look like. This is our real armor right now. Which is a very strange mishmash of gear. Whatever. That, and then do that. There we go. Back to normal. Listen, my Kamano, if she wasn't a terrible person who deserves to die, I wouldn't want to kill her. It's very simple, honestly. Will always wear the mask. Nobody cared about me until I put on the mask.
I've got you.
It's impressive, you know. People from all over the galaxy want to stand behind you.
That can't be what you were out here contemplating.
It is, in a way. I was thinking how so many Scions followed Heskel. He would have them die as he did because their deaths were foreseen. Their visions provide great insight, but they're not infallible.
Reminds me of the Heralds of Zildrog.
There's another leader who paid for his certainty. Say what you will about Valkorion, but he at least considered the viewpoints of others. He listened to me. Most of the time. He would never have done what Arcann...
What is it?
I told you before that Arcann had a brother, Thexan. They were inseparable until his death. Vaylin told me during our fight. Arcann murdered Thexan. His own brother. Maybe if I had raised him...
Your fight with Vaylin, what happened?
What she had to say, it struck me down to my core. Paralyzed me. She slipped away. Now, more than ever, I realize my children must be stopped, and that I have to make peace with the choices I've made. Whatever you've done to get here, I hope you can do the same.
She raises a good question. How do you look back on your path to this moment?
I made the decisions I felt were right. That's about all any of us can ever do.
A life without regret is a life well lived. Though I suppose it remains to be seen whether you will ultimately succeed. Personally, I see you defeating Arcann. Others on this world disagree.
What does that mean? Who disagrees?
You will learn soon enough.
He's out there somewhere. Our own father, plotting against us.
He's not the only one. After I told Mother that you killed Thexan, she probably wants your head. But it's not a problem. You have the throne, the fleet, this whole empire. You are as safe from her as can be.
I wish Thexan could be here now. He'd see I was right to challenge Father. Imagine it. The three of us ruling this empire as it was meant to be ruled.
I'd like it if Thexan were here too. But that's no longer possible. Doesn't matter. Father has a new favorite. He wants the Outlander to take all of this from you.
I'll die before I let that happen to us.
Yes.
Of course you will.
You will. By the way, fresh reminder. Tenebrae, Vitiate, Valkorion, whatever you want to call him, tortured and killed his father when he was 10 years old. I double-checked the date just to make sure I had the age right. You're probably wondering, why do you bring that up? Valkorion would never do anything that horrible. Like kill his own brother. Father. Yeah, after torturing and killing lots of people to get his father's attention. When he was 10. Yeah. Didn't he just kill his mother outright? I don't even remember. He killed a lot of people. Like a lot. Like he killed all the people. Who the hell is Ozai and Zuko and Azula, Lothario? Wait, was she the one who, like, didn't technically ever die on camera? Just left her being tortured forever? Ah, Avatar. Right. I hate the Avatar show, so, anyways, moving on. So, Brahma says, hey, Lore, where are all those pluses and minuses? You realize that, like, we have a document up that you can go check. It's even color-coded at this point. So, you can double-check that, because I'm not reciting all that out loud. But I'm going to make sure the HUD's up to date. This is actually a little frustrating to keep track of, if I'm honest, but somebody who will go nameless was like, hey, could you keep track per expansion? So we're doing that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15. So we're still at 15 on story positives. Excellent, Lothario. 8 on story negatives. Yep. 1 on gameplay positives. And honestly, I'm not sure how many gameplay negatives we have yet. I'll get rid of all these. So it's going to be more than that. I just haven't decided how many there shall be. Tomorrow, at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, you get to hear me talk about how Avatar is the worst show ever made.